and welcome to Barça Live. It is the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and we're back. We're back to these quarterfinals after 5 seasons, 5 very long seasons. Barça are in Paris tonight. Who's nervous? We're facing a very tough PSG side with the likes of Kylian Mbappé, with Ousmane Dembele. There's a lot to talk about, but the first thing we should talk about maybe is Barca's lineup. Marbrau is in Paris, so let's get straight to him. Marbrau, take us through Barca's lineup.
Incredible atmosphere here in Paris, and a little bit hostile after what we have seen in the last minutes. There's a lot of PSG fans in the stands of Parc des Princes trying to shout against Barca players, but we know what is the lineup. And Luis Enrique is playing with 3 forwards today. And we have good news, because Frenkie de Jong and Pedri are able to play. Frenkie de Jong is in the lineup, Pedri for the moment is in the bench. The lineup for tonight's game, after 4 years, we're returning to the quarterfinals of UEFA Champions League with Marc-André ter Stegen as a goalkeeper, with Joao Cancelo as a left back, Jules Koundé as a right back. Our defenders, our centre backs, Paco Garcia and Ronald Araujo. Frenkie de Jong in the midfield position as a holding midfielder with our captain Sergio Roberto and Ilkay Gundogan. And today Xavi plays with 3 forwards: Rafinha as a left wing, Lamine Yamal as a right wing, and Robert Lewandowski as our striker.
And of course, there's a mistake there on our lineup. We're correcting it. It's Pau Cubarsí who's starting in the lineup instead of Íñigo Martínez. Let us know your thoughts on the live chat. Rate the lineup from 1 to 10. What do you think? Spencer Siegel, what do you think? How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I couldn't be more excited to finally get to this point. You know, we've waited a while, Robert, but we're here. And let's enjoy it. Let's have fun. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the 11 that we've got on our screen. I don't think there's really much else that you would change, but that's not up to me to decide. That's up to everybody watching and our third guest as well.
Alex Ibaceta, you had a good debut on Barça Live. It ended with a win. We're hoping for another win tonight, although it'd be complicated.
Have to keep the record up, but definitely a bit more of a complicated match. Obviously, in the Champions League quarterfinal doesn't really make it easy, especially when you're playing against Kylian Mbappé up top. But I am confident. I think, yeah, there's not much else we could do with the lineup, but you know what? It's a decent one. It's just a matter of seeing whether our key players are actually fit to play in a match like that.
Well, keep your comments coming on the live chat. Also, hi to everyone watching us for the first time on Barça One. It's our first show on Barca's new streaming platform, so we're very happy to be there as well. Keep the comments coming, keep the positivity coming. The players are warming up on the pitch, and we'll be showing you some of that warm-up in just a minute. But Spencer Siegel, I mean, a lot of youth in Barca's lineup, and of course the good news that Frenkie de Jong is back.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he moves today. Obviously, you've got him in the 11. You've got Pedri on the bench. So there's definitely a question of how healthy these 2 players are, considering that they haven't played in a couple of months. Or depending on how you look at it, maybe this is the idea of putting a player who might not be a full 100% go in there, because that option is still better than what the secondary option is, because we know how important Frenkie de Jong is to Barca's midfield. So let's see what he can do today.
Your thoughts, Alex, on the return of Frenkie de Jong?
Oof, I mean, Frenkie de Jong is easily one of my favorite players overall. Just the calmness that he instills in a midfield is going to be important in a game like this. But it is true that he's not at 100%, so maybe his role is less to be on the attacking front of things and more on the defensive side of the ball recovery. That is obviously going to be quite important when you're going up against a team like PSG.
Sergio Roberto also in the starting lineup, and we were just seeing Marc-André ter Stegen, 5 clean sheets in the last 6 games, and that's of course been one of the keys to Barca's consistency. Yeah,
their defense, ever since he's come back. We said it before, and I will say it again, and I think the reason that they're still alive in La Liga's title race and that they've gotten to this point, especially the performance they put out against Napoli, they need him to be at his best. He's going to have to make a couple of airplane saves today, because you've got the likes of Mbappe and a few others. Dembele, of course, we are familiar with. Asensio, Kang and Lee. They've got a lot of firepower up front.
And we're asking the audience a question heading into tonight's game. There it is on our screens. What are your thoughts on tonight's games? Feelings on tonight's game? Is it positive that it's arriving at the best moment of the season, possibly for Barca? Is it that we need to be very careful of Kylian Mbappe, or just it's the UCL, it's the Champions League, anything can happen, Alex?
I think
Are you a two?
I think,
Are
and
you a
I was
two?
like, the thing is that I am careful with Mbappe, but I am confident in us as a defensive line, as we've mentioned with Ter Stegen, and the way that our defensive line has been able to solidify themselves with the confidence. I think it's fine. I think any of those answers are quite reasonable, so I think the people in the audience should answer that for me.
What are our people saying, Spence?
Most of the responses I'm seeing are 3. It's the UCL, anything can happen, but we also have a few others. Kevin Budiono says it's the best moment of the season. I see a couple of 2s in there coming from, that's Ayush Sangwan, who says the same. Simon Patel, Teg Silky, a lot of 3s. It's mostly 3s, and I tend to agree. I think, based on what we saw yesterday.
Literally.
Well, yeah, exactly. Those were 2 thrillers last night, those 2 first quarterfinals. But it is the Champions League. Anything can happen. I think it's positive that it's arriving at the best possible moment of the season for Barca after a positive run of results and of play as well. The main man in charge of Barca, Xavi Hernandez, talked to our colleague Mar Brau just a few minutes ago. So let's hear what Xavi Hernandez had to say.
As always, only a few minutes to start the Barça game. We are with the coach, Xavi Hernandez. Xavi, què tal, com estàs? Bona tarda.
Molt bé, bona tarda.
Bé, ja hem vist els 11s. La sensació és que tots els equips sortiu amb tot. No sé si era possible, tant vosaltres com el PSG, fer un 11 més ofensiu. Quin partit esperes?
Doncs un partit de tu a tu, de cara a cara, d'anar-nos a buscar els 2 equips. Nosaltres apretarem a dalt, ells també ens apretaran segurament els 90 minuts. És la filosofia de Luis Enrique, la nostra és pràcticament la mateixa. Intentarem ser protagonistes en pilota i prendre-li en molts moments al Paris Saint-Germain. Intentar sortir bé d'aquesta pressió alta que ells plantegen normalment i no serà fàcil. Serà un partit intens, molt agressiu, amb duels individuals, però bé, penso que estem preparats, que hem plantejat bé el partit i que els hi podem fer mal.
You said yesterday that you arrived maybe in the best moment of the season. What is the way that the team has to show this in the grass?
Well, I think yes. I think we are in the best moment of the season. We have to show personality, character, so we are ready. We are ready to compete. Hopefully, we can compete at the best level today.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Las parolas, the words of Xavi Hernandez. Only a few minutes to start this crucial game. We are ready. Words of Xavi.
Mar Brau talking to Xavi, and Xavi also talked to Paris Saint-Germain head coach Luis Enrique just a few minutes ago. These are images that our cameraman Paul Cuyas was able to capture, as I say, a few minutes ago in the tunnel. A lot to talk about between former teammates, former coach and player, now rival coaches. A lot was said yesterday in the press conference. I don't want to get too much into it, but I think it's Luis Enrique just playing games, trying to distract the media and distract everybody.
Isn't that what all managers basically try to do anyway? I mean, we've had these conversations a couple of times on this show too. Like what these managers go out and do, especially Xavi, when at the beginning of the season, up to the point where he finally said, "I'm not coming back next year," there was so much noise, and it's kind of rare. It's rare air right now. The noise around Barça has actually kind of dulled.
Well, let's keep it that way.
A little bit.
Let's go through Paris Saint-Germain's lineup because we haven't talked about it yet. We've talked about Mbappe, but let's see who else is on the pitch for Paris Saint-Germain today. Their lineup with Donnarumma in goal. They've got Achraf Hakimi out at right back, but Marquinhos will be starting in his place. Lucas Hernandez, Beraldo, and Nuno Mendes at the back of midfield of 3 with Vitinha, with Kang In Lee, and with Fabian Ruiz. Up front, it's Ousmane Dembélé, Marco Asensio, and Kylian Mbappe. Oof. Any surprises there? Is it what we expected? We've seen Luis Enrique over the last few games with PSG try Ousmane Dembélé more in a central position rather than on the wing, Alex.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting when Dembélé obviously knows us quite well. He's a player for me, when he's in good form, he is easily one of the best in the world with the ability that he has. His problem has always been consistency. So I am quite curious, less about positional wise, more about his own mental performance against Barcelona. I think the club means a lot to him. I think his time here meant a lot to him, and it was just a rocky kind of few years with him and Barcelona. So I am more curious about how he takes it mentally. Positionally, I think we all know his best position is on the wing, so I'm quite curious to see how he's going to attack towards the middle, especially with our defensive line being so solid, especially through the middle with Kubarsi, Kubarsi, as
Kubarsi.
I'd imagine we're going to say that a lot. But I'm quite
Hopefully.
curious about Dembele overall, as positionally just as much as how he will react to us mentally.
How do we stop that guy, Spence? Not Marco Asensio, the guy before.
Not that one.
Kylian Mbappe. Asensio too.
It's a good question, man. If we had the answer, we wouldn't be on this show. We would be doing a lot more with our lives at this point.
Yeah.
But
Probably be doing better financially as well, yeah.
but you know, when I look at that 11, I see Dembele in that number 10 position. That idea is for him to be able to help Mbappe push forward and put that through ball in behind, because we know that he can hit it with either foot. He can dribble to either side. So if he's in the middle, I get it. Like, and we'll see where he comes out. That doesn't necessarily guarantee that's where he's going to play today. We'll have to see. But to me, it just gives him more opportunities, because if he's playing on the wing, you really know that there's only one direction forward that he can go. If he's on the right-hand side, he's got to go with his right foot, and you can keep him from cutting inside with some support. If he's in the middle, he can go anywhere, and you need people to pick that up.
Yeah. Well, guys, I've prepared a game for you, as always.
We knew.
Yes.
Have you, but you don't know what it's about. So,
Not a clue.
Maybe you haven't been able to do the right homework. Maybe you've done your homework. Maybe you've not done the right homework. It's not the first time that Barca have visited Paris in the Champions League. As a matter of fact, these two teams have faced each other up to 12 times already. We've had some good results in Paris, and I've gone to past scorers in games in Paris. So let's get the first of our secret pictures,
I was
secret
gonna do
players
this too.
on the screen there. You guys in the audience can also take part. This is a draw in the 2012-2013 season. And Spencer Siegel, I'm giving this one to you. Who do you think scored in that game back in 2013?
I was going to do this too. I was going to look up past goal scorers because I knew you were going to do this, and I still
you
didn't,
forgot.
and I still didn't do it. The chat is going to see if maybe the chat can help out a little bit. I don't know.
We've got a Neymar here. It's not Neymar because he wasn't at the club yet.
Not Suarez.
No.
My gut would tell me something like an Iniesta.
It says Alexis Sanchez as well. Might be Alexis Sanchez. Can we get the picture back on instead of the live chat? One final guess for Spencer Siegel back in 2013. Who scored a goal for Barca?
Xavi's not a bad guess. I'm gonna go. Hey, yeah.
Look at that.
Does that come in before the buzzer?
I think you,
I think
you saw
are-
it. You saw it before. Right, from that same game, guys. From that same game, it counts. It counts. From that same game, Alex Ibaceta. There were 2 goals in that game. Xavi scored 1. Who scored the other?
Who's this?
We've got some of the names that have come up in the live chat
There's a
already.
clue in
It's
the hair. Yeah.
The hair. So the hair would either be like Messi. No, it's like Alexis Piqué type hair.
You've got Xavi answers, you've got Alexis, you've got Messi, you've got Iniesta. It's all
Piqué's
over
not
the
a bad
board,
guess.
but
No.
I'd say the majority of the fans are saying Messi.
Do I go with the majority? Do I?
Mohamed Amer, Mohamed Najem, Joey Younes. Alex, one final guess? Oh, it is Messi.
There it is. The hair. The hair gave it away.
The hair gave it away. Lionel Messi was the answer for the second one. And let's go with one final one, which is for the both of you.
Okay.
Which is in the 2014-2015 season. Luis Suarez scored 2 in a 3-1 win at the Parc des Princes. But there was one other scorer. Happy times in 2015 when Barca visited Paris.
Yeah, I mean that image is screaming Neymar.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Okay. I didn't want to say it too loudly
No,
just in case it was we were thinking differently.
We're in agreement.
yeah,
right?
yeah, we are in agreement.
Okay.
Lots
No
of people
further
saying-
questions, Your Honor.
No
Yep.
further questions. Lots
Final
of people
answer.
saying Messi, some Xavis. Gabriel Aisi has the right answer, and it is Neymar. Neymar is the right answer. 2
Nice.
players who then
Good.
played for both Barca and PSG. Messi and Neymar, scorers against
True.
PSG in the past. Let's see who it'll be tonight. Let's hope someone scores tonight. Marbrao talked to Xavi earlier on, and he's also talked to the sporting director, Deco. Let's see what Deco had to say.
We are with Deco in the preview of the game between PSG and Barça. ¿Qué tal, Deco? ¿Cómo estás? Muy buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Bueno, ¿cuántos partidos de estas características jugaste tú, no? Y ahora te toca vivirlo desde el otro lado, pero quiero que me expliques cómo estás viendo la plantilla. ¿Has podido ver a los jugadores unos minutos antes de empezar el partido? ¿Cómo llega el equipo?
Sí, la verdad que estar fuera es más difícil, ¿no? O sea, he estado muchos partidos de Champions, pero estar fuera es otra sensación. Pero la verdad que veo el equipo bien, veo el equipo motivado desde que hemos pasado la eliminatoria, desde que nos tocó el PSG en el sorteo. El equipo está entrenando bien, está con ganas, se ve todos los jugadores implicados. También vamos recuperando jugadores que no estaban, como Frenkie, Pedri, incluso Andreas, que también no estaba en los últimos partidos, pero al final yo creo que llegamos en un buen momento.
La segunda pregunta que te hago, Deco, es viendo los 11, no sé si esperabas un partido en principio tan ofensivo, ¿no? Xavi sale con 3 delanteros, pero también el Paris Saint-Germain sale con muchos futbolistas de ataque. ¿Crees que pese a ser un partido de ida puede ser un partido muy ofensivo?
No, yo creo que al final nosotros ya hemos jugado con esta formación, ¿no? Contra el Nápoles. Yo creo que el único cambio ahí es Sergi por Fermín, si no me equivoco. Pero nada, es más o menos el mismo sistema que vamos jugando los últimos partidos. También tenemos a Pedri, que no estaba disponible, o sea, para jugar con 4 centrocampistas nunca tuvimos casi todos los jugadores, pero yo creo que esta formación ya jugó bien. Yo creo que Rafinha ha estado muy bien los últimos partidos, Lewandowski también, o sea, y lo importante es tener también solución para el banquillo, ¿no? O sea, tenemos bastante gente que hemos recuperado y es importante que estén todos bien.
Que haya suerte, Deco, y gracias.
Gracias.
The words of Deco saying first that, as Xavi said yesterday, the team is ready. And of the lineup, he explained that it's quite similar with the lineup that Barça played against Napoli, with 3 forwards. So, another day, and Deco hopes that Barça today will face a great event in the pitch.
11 minutes, 20 seconds to go until kickoff. And I'm starting to feel very, very, very nervous, guys. It's going to be a nail-biter tonight. If there's anything to take away from last night, is that anything can happen in the Champions League. We saw those 2 ties in the quarterfinals. Barça tonight are playing with Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, Jules Koundé, Araujo, Cubarsí and Cancelo at the back. Frenkie de Jong is back to anchor the midfield with Ilkay Gundogan and Sergi Roberto, and up front it's Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha. Let us know your thoughts on the lineup. Spencer, Alex, thoughts? Are you surprised that Xavi has come out with 3 at the front rather than 4 midfielders?
I'm more surprised about Frenkie de Jong. I think that's probably my big surprise. When you look at our bench, there's not many options. So that attack isn't entirely surprising. Lewandowski, Rafinha, I think we're kind of settled in. Lamine Yamal was probably the odd one out, so to say. But at the same time, there's not many of the players on the bench that you can put in that right wing position. So I think less of a surprise overall. If we had more players on the bench, it would be more as a surprise. Obviously not kind of the start seeing front 3 in an ideal situation when we have all of our players healthy, but I think for what we have at the moment, I think that's probably the best possible scenario.
Yeah, if everybody's healthy, then maybe it changes a little bit, because you can think about using 4 midfielders, but then again, Frankie's not 100%. I'm almost 100% convinced he's not 100%. You got Christensen, who's on the bench, Pedri's on the bench. If all of those players are healthy, you can think about doing the 4 midfielder system that they did, for example, in the Supercopa when they broke it out against Real Madrid. But now, with the 3 up front, what you're saying is between Lamine, Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Joao Felix, you have to pick 3 of those players. So obviously Lewandowski's in there. As you said, Rafinha is pretty much anchored. So now who's going to play on what side? You can mix them about a little bit. And then as the game moves along, you can incorporate some of those extra players like Pedri, like Christensen, and don't forget about Fermín.
Yeah.
Right, we've seen the lineup. We pick 3 options for key player. Who do you think the key player will be tonight? We're giving you those 3 options. Ronald Araujo, as the solid presence in defence, having to stop the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Ousmane Dembélé. Frankie de Jong, as I said, anchoring the midfield, returning after injury. We'll see how his presence calms that midfield. And Robert Lewandowski up front as the goal scorer, as the guy who needs to put the ball in. Spence, your thoughts?
My pick is Araujo of those three because somebody needs to put a body on Mbappe and on Dembélé. It's not going to be just Araujo. It's the entire back line. And from what I'm seeing, it's mostly 1s and 3s. Lewandowski from Vino Barra, Nico Jimenez, Mateo Dao, 3. However, I'm seeing 1 from Hugo Diaz, 1 from Lefke, 1 from, is that Snow? What is that? Snowy Stuger?
Snowy Stuger. Is it a 1 from Alexi Batista?
I think it is. I think the importance of kind of neutralizing PSG's attack and essentially their biggest strength against us will have Araujo on the back. But not only, footballistically, it's the captain. It's, we have Ter Stegen, you have Araujo. That instills so much confidence into the rest of the team, especially when you have a Frankie de Jong who's going to be anchored into that midfield, who needs maybe a bit of a push because he's been out for so long. And when you have a player coming back in such an important game, having a player like Araujo behind you to push you forwards is going to be quite key. So it's kind of a domino effect going up the pitch.
And you talk about instilling confidence. You know what instills confidence? That we didn't offer Ter Stegen as a key player option because, we obviously we want him to make stops, but I don't think we want him to be a key player tonight. My heart says it should be Lewandowski because he should be the player scoring the goals. Rationale says Araujo. I really want it to be Frankie de Jong. I really want Frankie de Jong to be the key player because if Barca are to dominate tonight, it has to be in midfield. Guys, I've prepared a quiz for you as well.
Okay, can we just, for a quick moment, just mention the fact that somebody on this chat said, "Will Mbappe play?" ? My friend.
Yeah.
My friend.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
not.
things have been going a bit wild with Luis Enrique as of late. He's been taking him off in League One games, but I don't think Mbappe is a question mark for tonight.
No.
He is in the lineup. Right, quiz time on Barca Live, as there are only, I'm going to have to speed through this, 6 minutes, 20 seconds. Right, how many times have Barca faced PSG in the Champions League quarter-finals? I said overall it's 12 times. Spence, I'm going with you first.
I thought you were going to ask Alex. At least once, twice. It's 2 or 3. I'm going to say... the heck with it. I'll say 3.
You'll say 3? 3 is the right answer.
Boom!
3 it is the right. 3 is the right answer. There we go. 94, 95, 2012, 2013, 2014, 15. Right.
Not bad.
Next question. Next question, as the live chat answers keep coming in as well. How many current Barca players, Alex, started the last time that Barca won in Paris?
Wow.
Against PSG. There's no trick question with it being in Paris against another team. That was 2014-15.
Yeah. So
is it 1,
technically
2, or 3?
Only be 1, wouldn't it?
Sergio Roberto?
Don't think he would have started then, though, would he?
I said started well.
Alex,
Let's
your
say-
answer is?
I think I'll say 1.
Alex is going with 1. And the correct answer is... Uno. 1.
Yeah.
Well done.
That.
Wasn't Sergio Roberto, it was Marc-Andre Ter
Yeah.
Stegen.
Oops.
Yeah.
Final
exactly.
question for both of you guys. Let's see. Let's get it on our screens. That final last question. I can read it off of my notes if not. Who was the last scorer?
Ooh.
Who was the last scorer for Barca against PSG? Was it 1 Messi, 2 Dembele, 3 Frankie de Jong?
Would have been 2021.
2021, yes, that's correct.
I mean, I guess when in doubt, just take Messi.
I know.
He's
Oh,
playing
no.
tonight, by the way.
Yeah, not on this continent.
Not in this game.
Right, is the
Not
final
here.
answer Messi?
I'm taking Messi.
All right. Final answer was Messi, and the correct answer is...
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, when
There
in
it is.
doubt,
3 out of
take
3.
Messi.
When in doubt, take Lionel Messi. Let's take a look at some of the images of Barca playing in Paris in the Champions League quarterfinals as the players are getting ready to come on to the pitch. But go back to happy times when Barca took good results from Paris. This is the 2-2 draw from back in 2013. Lionel Messi scored the opener against PSG.
Yeah, no.
Love those
The
kids.
Calippo jerseys, they were called.
Just vibrant.
Lionel Messi that day, unfortunately, got injured and, well, was a question mark for the rest of that Champions League. It greatly affected Barca. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, in an offside position, as you can see in this replay, equalised for PSG. The ball went off the post and then Ibrahimovic scored off of the rebound. Xavi Hernandez from the penalty spot scored the goal that made it 2-1 for Barca. But late in the game, Blaise Matuidi surprised Victor Valdés.
What a name.
Yeah.
And in 2015, well, this one was one for the ages.
Yeah.
Definitely.
As the players are coming onto the pitch right now, I like that we've got these images on our screens evoking the win,
and
the winning mentality.
Bright colors in Paris is the theme, and they're going to do that again tonight.
Exactly. We're playing in the yellow kit today with Sergio Roberto captaining the team, and this was the night that Luis Suarez was an absolute nightmare for David Luiz, nutmegging him twice here, just shoving off the last defender and putting the ball in the back of the net past the keeper. And, well, we've missed the third and final goal from that game, which was the cracker that Luis Suarez sent into the top corner. The players are on the pitch, 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. I guess it's time for guess the score, right, guys? What are we saying? Live chat. Give us your score prediction. What will the score be tonight? Give us some positivity. Give us optimistic results. Draws, wins, don't be negative. Live chat, fill the live chat with your score predictions. Spence, what did you go with?
I was caught in what to do here, so I haven't done it. I've been saying I needed to do it, and we're going to do it. It's going to be 1-0 Barça.
1-0 Barça.
Positivity. I want to add to the chaos that was yesterday.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a 2-2.
Oh,
You
same
and
as
Marc
Marbrau.
Yeah.
Neither you nor Marbrau have pictures, but you've got the same result. We need to solve that.
That's what, yeah.
Both things. The fact that you're predicting draws and the fact that you haven't got a picture there.
I mean, hopefully you guys are right, but I don't know. I think the anonymous people are going to take the win.
I'm going optimistic. I'm going 2-1 Barca. I know it's going to be tight. I know it's going to be a thrill. I know it's going to be nerve-wracking, but we want Barca to be competitive and hopefully take away a positive result against this very, very tough PSG side. Spencer Siegel, what is the live chat saying? Are these score predictions positive? Are they negative? What are the people saying?
We've got King's Court Design, who says 2-1 in favor, or 1-2 in favor of Barca. We have a Barca 3-0 win from Ansalumpu. We have a 1-0 from Zarif. We have Osai saying Barca will crush them. We have a 4-2 Barca win from Teg Silky. We've got a 5-4 from Ali Al-Maqsid. 6-1?
Wait. Let's save that for the return game. Happy memories, of course, of 2017. And those happy memories are something that you can find on Barca One, guys. As you can see right underneath me, we've launched the app. It's come out, not in all countries. I know. Europe, United States, some of the Latin American countries, but it will be coming soon to the rest of the countries. We're working on it. It's going to happen. But if you haven't registered, if you're in Europe, for example, and you haven't registered, well, why not? You've got a link on the live chat. You can click, register, and just browse through the app. You'll find highlights. You'll find the highlights of this game, hopefully a Barca win. After the game, you'll find our live show, which we're live on today. If you're watching us from there, hi. You'll find documentaries. You'll find all sorts of stuff. And we are ready to kick off, guys. Before kick-off, fill the live chat with blue and red hearts. Support for Barca. Blue and red hearts for Barca. I'm going to start flooding the live chat with some Barca love. The game has started, guys.
Come on, people.
And here we go. I'm going to leave my notes here, nice and tidy, and off we go.
We're doing the lean forward.
I know, it was
I'm
like
leaning
that
forward
meme when
from
it's
minute
just
one
like,
here.
the game has started.
I'm leaning forward from minute one, and I'm also flooding the live chat from minute one as well with blue and red hearts as Barca have the ball, and there's a foul there.
Well, no.
Or maybe not.
But probably should have been.
Right, so PSG in possession. Just a reminder, Barca playing with Ter Stegen in goal, with Koundé, Araujo, Cubarsí and Cancelo at the back. Frenkie de Jong, Gundogan and Sergi Roberto in midfield. We've got Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha up front. There was a foul there by Cancelo and Ousmane Dembele, who has started up on the right wing. We'll talk about that in a second, but there's a set-piece opportunity here for Paris Saint-Germain. Vitinha and Kang In Lee next to the ball.
These are the times that the defending needs to be precise.
It's a good test at the start of the match.
Don't want to start it the way that Madrid started the game yesterday, for example.
Probably not.
No, not in any way. In comes the cross by Vitinha, headed on, up in the air by Pau Cubarsí, and that'll be a first corner kick for Paris Saint-Germain. Barca at the moment just trying to absorb the pressure by PSG. They've come out kicking. Corner will be crossed from the right-hand side.
Is Anthony Taylor our referee today?
Oh,
you know
God.
what?
I see a bald head.
I didn't even
Is
look at
that-
that.
I can't see.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Some people have
we happy
mixed
about
feelings.
that?
Some people have mixed.
It's
I'm just making an observation. That's all.
Right, here comes the cross, headed up
no
in the
comment.
air. I think by Robert Lewandowski. Rafinha trying to bring it down on the edge of the box and trying to run out with the ball. He'll lose possession. Kang In Lee back to the safe zone for PSG, who've started these early minutes of the game with control of the ball. Barca still sort of need to settle in and have their first possession.
Yeah, they'll get there. This game is what Deco said that it would be, which is both teams really wanting to have the ball and both teams going after it. And Xavi said the same thing too. He said these are two systems that are almost identical. So now let's see Barca if they can hold on to possession for the moment here. Get it,
I mean,
get it
great
back to
start.
Stegen.
That was a good cover by Sergi Roberto, though, behind Jules Koundé to help with a possible run of Kylian Mbappé.
Yeah, they haven't quite gotten possession yet. That one doesn't really count in my eyes.
No.
Paris Saint-Germain will play from behind. High pressure there. Played by Frenkie de Jong, trying to push Paris Saint-Germain back into their own area. Beraldo Long looking for Mbappé. Tracked closely by Jules Koundé. Barca unable to keep possession, though, and now PSG want to run. Ball fed to Mbappé, Cancelo, to Dembele rather. Cancelo in front of him, and Cancelo manages to flick the ball away from him as Mbappé.
Not bad.
Sorry, Dembele was looking to make progress into the box.
When Dembele starts to make those little movements and he's, kind of juking you left and right, it gets you worried because we've seen it. Here he goes again.
Well, most of these players should be used to it. They used to be in training with him.
Yeah.
Here he is again. Is it noticeable how worried I am about Mbappé? I've mixed up names already twice.
Slightly.
Just keep your eye on him.
I think we all are.
There he is.
Because he's on the ball.
I think Koundé has been instilled with the kind of man marking on Mbappé, so I'm quite curious to see how that goes.
Coming cross. Kylian Mbappé cleared by Pau Cubarsí, and you've seen Koundé every time really on top of Kylian Mbappé, right on his back.
They need to establish some possession. Right now it's all just defending, which is fine. They're defending admirably, but...
And you could expect that PSG in the early minutes at home would want to be the team on the front foot, or being the team dominating.
Well, they look sharp right now. They're locked in. They're making all of the right decisions.
They're really confident
to both keep the ball and advance the ball. And now, finally, we get a goal kick.
And do we count that as an opportunity? Mbappé just trying to
it wasn't a
ping
clear
the ball
one.
forward.
I mean, by his standards, maybe, but...
Well, he was inside the box, Araujo in front of him in a good position to block.
It's the outside of his boot.
I think that was a shin.
Maybe the shin.
The outside of his shin.
Now to Stegen actually playing.
There you go.
And there you go. Shot in space. Here is Rafinha. Rafinha can go around through that. Oh, no!
That's got to be better.
Rafinha with a clear chance for Barca there.
That was beautiful.
Was unable to get the ball around the keeper. And PSG recovered.
That was designed. Lewandowski comes in, it floats over his head.
Oh, Donnarumma was very quick to get right on top of Rafinha.
I don't know what he could have done, actually.
He tries to meg the keeper.
Unlucky rebound on that
Well,
one.
Barca being direct there and almost giving themselves a very clear goal-scoring opportunity.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like the direct approach when you're putting defense first.
Is it going to be like this all game long? I mean,
Seems like it, yeah.
I feel exhausted already. Here is Ousmane Dembélé in front of Cancelo. You know he can go right or left. Back to Kang In Lee. Kang In Lee with the shot into the hands of Ter Stegen. Right, we haven't asked for first goal scorers yet, by the way, guys. Who's Lamine Yamal, fouled from behind by Fabian.
Yeah.
First goal scorer. Who will score the first goal for Barca? We always go with the front three, so why don't we go with the front three? Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, or Rafinha. Who will score the first goal, Spence? You're going to go with the midfielder, I know it.
Yeah, you know me too well at this point. I kind of see this as a Sergio Roberto day.
Oh!
I don't know.
Well, he likes it. He likes scoring against PSG. He's got happy memories.
It's the
He
moment.
does.
Okay, Alex?
I think I'm gonna stick with Rafinha again for this one.
Okay.
He didn't disappoint me last time, so
But I also predicted 1-0, so I have to be precise about that one goal.
true.
You know what? I'm going with the young gun.
Lamine.
I want him to be the youngest scorer
Cubarsí.
ever in the Champions League. I'm going Lamine Yamal. I'm going Lamine Yamal, although most of the live chat I'm seeing is going with ones. Although there's a couple of Lamine Yamals there as well. Cubarsí playing from behind. Cubarsí.
If he scores,
That would be
Yeah, I'm just leaving the studio.
cherry
we're
on top,
gone.
really.
Yeah, we're gone. Well, here is Barca playing from behind, inviting PSG up. Now, ball played to Ter Stegen, who's going to have
offside.
to kick it out and give
play
the
on.
ball away to PSG. Now, well, the ball given all the way back to Ter Stegen.
Well, that was because both teams baited the other attacking players offside.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're playing.
Interesting new look for Rafinha. I hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
It's got the
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
cornrows going, no?
Yep.
How do you say that in Spanish? I learned that the other day, but I forget.
Trenzas.
Yeah. That's it.
Long ball for Sergi Roberto to chase. Across comes Beraldo. Donnarumma under pressure, clearing out of his box. Ball one up in the air.
Yep.
By,
Turn.
Jules Koundé. Here's Lamine Yamal trying to feed it inside. Ball took a deflection, and now here comes PSG. That should be offside, right?
Yeah,
I think
but
Dembele's
play it out.
offside.
Play it out. Look out.
Dembele inside the box, looking for options, trying to feed it inside. That's
Surely offside that.
I don't
Is that not
know.
offside?
Was he not offside? Well, the ball went off of Cubarsí, who blocked the cross, and it'll be another corner kick for PSG.
Was that not offside or?
It was
It was a
close.
close
It was
one.
very close.
I thought it should have been offside. President's Podcast guy on Spotify. Check it out. It's good. Second corner kick for PSG in the game. Incoming cross from the right-hand side. Cleared away by the Barca defence. Now Lamine Yamal trying to work on Vitinha to recover. PSG in possession.
It's a lot.
Oh, Atletico Madrid have already taken the lead against Borussia.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
And we were saying
Rodrigo de
that's
Paul
not,
scored.
that's not the
Well,
one.
we were looking at the lineup earlier, Robert, and we said that it's got 0-0 written all over it based on the way Atleti are setting up, unless Griezmann and Morata just go off, which,
Yeah.
let's see, maybe that happens.
Rodrigo de Paul scored.
Oh, really?
Speaking of Trencitas, no?
yeah.
Speaking of Trencitas, exactly. Now, Rafinha called for the foul, and PSG still too much in possession for my liking at the moment. The ball fed through.
Dembele's getting on the ball way too much for.
Careful here,
Comfort.
an opportunity for Asensio on the edge of the box. Ter Stegen with another good save, and We know from his past at Real Madrid that Asensio is very, very dangerous there.
On his left foot, from that spot, I peg him to hit the postage stamp. I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. It wouldn't feel strange that he did a Phil Foden.
Precisely.
Boy, that kid.
Yeah.
That was quite a goal.
Not too bad.
Did you do simultaneous watch? Did you prioritize one over the other? I prioritized. I watched the City Real Madrid game.
So I had both games on the dual screen action.
Okay.
And my feed was delayed by like a minute or two.
Okay.
And I was cooking dinner upstairs, and I was texting one of my friend groups that we've got the chat going during the games, and somebody made a comment like, "Whoa!" So I sprint downstairs for the first goal, and then I said, "This is good. Let me know if anything else happens." And then they said, "You know what? You need to go right back down." And that happened 3 or 4 times.
That was a game with some amazing goals. Now here's Barca with an opportunity to attack. Let's see what we can do. Cancelo driving into the middle, getting the ball onto his right foot. Back to Jules Koundé. Lamine Yamal is on the right.
Good
see
movement.
how much we can get Lamine Yamal on the ball tonight.
Keep it moving.
De Jong. This is probably Barca's first long possession here. A foul! Hey, ref! There's no foul. Mbappé running at Araujo. Mbappé onto his right. Shot blocked. Good defending.
Jeez.
That was Koundé, right, with the block?
Yeah.
Kang In Lee to Ousmane Dembélé. Dembélé trying to shoot. Koundé will come across and clear us after Dembélé's shot took a deflection. And still,
they're so dangerous.
flabbergasted here that
That should have been a foul down there, though.
there was no foul called.
They're
And now
so
Rafinha
dangerous.
will have to receive medical attention.
On the counter attack.
How's that not a foul?
That's absolutely a foul.
That was an.
It's a yellow card. It was what
It's
it is.
It's a late tackle without any ball.
It's not only a foul. It's a yellow card.
Surely.
And I mean, sometimes players like sort of exaggerate their reaction if the foul isn't given. I mean, Rafinha could be hurt here.
Yeah.
Plausibly. It's down low into his Achilles.
It's from the back as well.
I don't know. I mean, how do you not call that?
That's
Plus giving
shocking,
PSG a chance on the counter-attack.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, well, yeah, maybe then VAR will intervene because it happened at the origin of play.
Yeah.
Or maybe they won't.
No,
Because
we just got the best angle. It's
Yeah, no, that was
card,
shocking.
very much a foul. Now the angle that Anthony Taylor had might have been different. That's why.
It was
But-
pretty obvious.
I think that was quite evident. At least, if not a yellow, it's definitely minimum a foul.
Right, well, 13 minutes played, 0-0. Couple of saves made by ter Stegen off of shots by Kang In Lee and Marco Asensio. And as Rafinha receives medical attention, why don't we ask the fans where they're watching us from?
Ooh,
Where
flags.
are you watching us from?
Give me some flags.
Give us some flags on the live chat. Give us your countries as well, because I don't know, the live chat might not be working and might not show the flag of your countries. It might be showing the code of the emoji. But let us know where you're watching us from, guys. What time is it where you're watching us from? We always like that. I never get the time zones right. I'm always surprised. I'm always surprised.
Let's see.
Poland.
New Jersey, that's not a country, but that's all right. Washington, USA. Poland, yep. Bulgaria. Liberia. Antigua and Barbuda. Sweden.
Ooh.
Egypt. Barbados. Pakistan. Equatorial Guinea. Shout out AFCON's run this year.
True.
With Saul Coco, La Liga.
Oh.
Germany, Ghana,
Africa, yeah.
Venezuela,
Lebanon.
Lithuania,
We're all over the place.
Egypt.
New Zealand, Würzburg, Germany, Andorra, one of my favorite places.
And all of these people who are watching us or who are watching us from Europe, have you downloaded Barca 1? Because
Yeah, but
start to get
But Robert-
cranky if you don't.
Robert, Andorra isn't Europe.
But it's available in Andorra.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Look
take
out.
part in Eurovision.
Look out. Everybody
Here's,
focus on Mbappe.
Mbappe driving into the middle. He's going to switch it over to Ousmane Dembélé, the former Barca player. He's coming across, and the ball goes off of Kubarsi.
Those two guys are going to give
I know.
everybody nightmares, man.
I am quite happy with what I've seen from Koundé and Araujo so far. They're doing their job correctly without getting too overwhelmed yet with Mbappe.
Just don't get beat, basically.
Exactly.
Incoming cross to Stegen gathers.
Because we
There's
saw
no
that
trouble.
they were going together, and then once Mbappe kind of went and Koundé dropped back to cover the run down the wing. So it means that they're not too focused on just one guy. So not too bad.
It's because there's so many of them to focus on.
Precisely.
Lots of former La Liga players as well on this PSG side. You've got Kang In Lee, you've got Fabian Ruiz, you've got Marco Asensio, you've got, of course...
Where did Fabian
Dembélé.
play?
Fabian played for Betis.
Betis, yeah.
Long ball looking for Mbappe, who's going to chase, but he's quick. Not quick enough, though, to reach that one. And a lot of celebrities in attendance as well. We saw Didier Deschamps, the French national coach.
Yeah.
Also Ronaldinho Gaucho, who played for both teams. Had his best years at Barca.
I thought you were going to do a this player played for both teams quiz. Or are you doing that next week?
Sorry?
The quiz.
Sorry, Mauri was...
The quiz ahead of the game being the this player or mystery player played for both teams.
Oh, that's what you thought we were going to do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Next
Mauri has
week,
the
yeah.
habit of talking into
I mean, we
my
got 3
ear
out of
while
3,
we're
so I
doing
think the
show.
quiz was fine.
Yeah, we did fine. Yeah.
I encourage him to do it, by the way. I mean, Mauri talking into my ear while
Our
you guys
producer is a bit of a talker.
yeah. That's an understatement. He's got a big mouth as well. Both literally and figuratively.
I wasn't going to go there. I was going to let you do that.
I went there. Right, Barca in possession, 17th minute. Trying to build something here, but giving the ball away, and PSG have a chance to run. Mbappe on the left. There goes the ball towards him, Vitinha feeding him. Mbappe to the edge of the box, finding Kang In Lee. The ball bounced a bit too high for him, and Barca will be able to clear.
They're
Barca's
putting,
just like hanging on at the moment.
Yeah.
they're putting the pressure on PSG, which
But
is
we
what
just-
we knew they would do.
Our possession is just not happening.
The question would be then, how do you want to establish possession in a game like this? How can you maintain hold of the ball? Because right now, to me, it's pretty clear that they really don't want it that bad.
No, I think for some reason, we're okay with just sitting back in a moment, kind of soaking in the attack, which is fine. We're doing grand for now, but
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want to invite this for
constantly, no, throughout
for
90 minutes.
long
Oh,
when
Nuno
this
Mendes
happens.
inside the box, and Araujo comes across to block the shot. Move.
And he's a little hobbled afterwards, too.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ole!
Lamine. Hey! The tackle by Nuno Mendes on Lamine Yamal, a bit heavy. What a chance there.
Look at that.
He got all ball Nuno Mendes after.
Yeah.
But yeah, squeezing his way in between Koundé and Lamine, then taking the shot, and Araujo with the block. A good opportunity there for the PSG fullback.
Oh, yeah. Araujo took a spike to the
Yeah.
midsection, right into the ribs.
Throw in Barca. Jules Koundé on the right-hand side. Here's Lewandowski.
Go
Ooh,
on.
a good chance here to feed the ball through to Rafinha, who slows down.
Hit him
Gets onto
back,
the ball.
get him back.
Rafinha inside the box, looking for the opportunity to shoot,
Corner.
and the shot is deflected. It's a corner kick.
Get that right back to
Marquinhos
Lewandowski.
with the
Yeah.
block. First chance for Barca.
He's making the run.
Should've
He's helping
released that
you.
back there, yeah.
Get him the ball. I just saw Polska Gorum on the live chat. That was his moment.
Aye.
Rafinha decided to go solo there. Marquinhos with a good block. Araujo heading up.
Corner, half cleared. Sergio Roberto, bang, 1-0.
Kubarsi inside the box as well. Gundogan will deliver. Incoming cross by Ilkay Gundogan. Oh! Is that gone in? Has that gone in or not? No. Another chance for Barca. Lamine Yamal into the side netting. And it's another corner kick.
Did that not go in?
Cleared off the line. It had to be.
If that didn't go in, it was extremely close. I need a replay.
We're going to get the corner first.
I need a replay. It's very, very close.
Was that Gundogan? Ah.
Gundogan with another cross into the box. Headed away, Araujo heads it up in the air as well. Now Gundogan with the volley, which goes wide.
Now we're going to
Barça
This is the first one, no?
pressing. Lewandowski got the header, and no, it didn't go in. Nuno Mendes managed to clear just before the ball started to go over the line. A clear opportunity here for Barça, and Lamine Yamal's shot was then blocked later by Marco Asensio.
Those are the chances we need.
21 minutes. Whew.
That's about 1/8 of this entire tie.
Oi.
180 minutes of football.
If it's going to be like this for all of it.
Ball headed back to Ter Stegen. Oof. And the atmosphere there to the Parc de France.
Getting some chills.
Marbrao said it was hostile, to say the least.
Yeah. PSG fans are one of the probably, I wouldn't say favorite, but they're one of those fan bases that always show up, men and women, and you hear them for a week after you go to the stadium, just ringing in your ears essentially.
I'm just looking forward to hearing these noises, but at Montjuic next week.
Chance here for Ousmane Dembélé to make another run, but Cancelo does fantastically well. Vamos.
He's got Dembélé in a bag, man.
Yeah.
At the moment.
He's doing really well.
At the moment.
Cancelo driving
Dembélé.
forward. Here is Rafinha now hanging on. Kouassi, De Jong. Barca, all of a sudden, now in a stretch of the game in which, well, possession isn't so hard to keep.
Oh, nicely
Lamine
done.
Yamal inside. Gundogan, Lewandowski, Sergio Roberto. Rafinha could shoot. Rafinha with the shot. Oh, Donnarumma!
Oh, that's what we like to see.
Another chance there for Rafinha.
That's nice. That's nice. Nicely done.
Nice. Vamos. Vamos! That was going in too.
Yeah.
Low shot by Rafinha. Good hand.
Perfectly
Good
played.
save,
Strong
yeah.
left hand by Donnarumma.
Good save. Went through the defender, so he's never going to see that immediately.
Rafinha already with 3 attempts.
These corners, the service has been good on the first 2.
Yeah.
This is Rafinha's turn. Sometimes he misses these a little low. He's got to get this up.
In comes the cross at the near post this time. Well, it went, as you said, Spence. Barca recover the ball before PSG can make a move. Rafinha cutting to his left. He's going to put a cross inside. Oh, Araujo was there. Punched away by Donnarumma. And who'll pick it up? Here's Cancelo.
He's locked in.
Cancelo with another cross inside. It's headed away by the PSG defence. Koundé up in the air with Kylian Mbappe.
No, look out.
Mbappe.
Stop him. Oh!
Called for the foul. Called late whistle.
That was very late.
I thought he got Koundé in the face. See, yeah. He's got his arm stretched out and got Koundé in the face.
Was it for that or was it for a handball?
Well,
Oh,
Koundé
no.
had
Yeah,
it was
no.
a Koundé handball, to be honest, first.
Mbappe's pointing to his shoulder,
Yeah.
so maybe you're right. Maybe that was the call. But that goes from being a potential dangerous situation
Yeah.
with Mbappe to all of a
To a
sudden a
decent
set piece.
free kick, yeah. Good position that as well.
This is a lot of emotion.
It's a lot of things happening all at once that you can't really.
And
Once
this is and we're feeling this in a different way from yesterday.
Yeah.
Here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is going to put the delivery inside. Careful here, the clearance falls to Gundogan. Trying to set it up on the edge of the box. Another chance for Barca here. Lamine couldn't turn quick enough. And PSG now clearing.
Fine.
Settle down.
Lamine Yamal again. ...25 minutes, 0-0. Both teams have had chances. Now Barca are the team settling into the game and dominating possession a little bit more. I like what we've seen over the last 6-7 minutes from Barca.
Yeah, they're starting to wake up the defensive side of the fans, which is what we'd prefer. The fans were just chanting loudly ahead of before that. PSG were coming forward, attacking.
Long by ter Stegen, Lewandowski heads it forward, Rafinha chasing. Rafinha picks it up, although I thought he was at a disadvantage, but he got there quick. Here's a chance.
Shoot it!
Shoot it! Shot from range by Joao Cancelo. And went, well, very wide.
Not the one.
What are you liking most about this first half, guys? Live chat. Is it Barca's defending? Is it Rafinha's chances? Is it the competitive spirit the team are showing? 1, 2, or 3, guys? What is it? Spence?
Barca's defending right now. Although the last 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes less so, because they haven't been doing it as much, which is fine. So that would then lead me to number 3.
The competitive spirit. Alex?
Yeah, I think I have to go for number 3, mainly because you're seeing that in every player. You're seeing Koundé doing well, Araujo doing well, Cancelo doing really well. Lamine Yamal is fighting for every single ball that's getting to him. Just trying to get his foot on anything he can, really. So the competitiveness that we're doing, despite not having possession, I think we're keeping up a good rhythm.
Careful here, because Fabian was open solo in midfield and now has managed to feed it wide to Ousmane Dembélé. In front of him is Cancelo, tracking back is Rafinha. The ball passed back to Vitinha. I'm going with competitive spirit as well. I think that Barca has they've managed to pick their moments. They withstood, they held strong, while PSG had the early wave of attacks. Now, in the last few minutes, have managed to settle in a bit more, have possession, and pick their moments to have chances. At the moment, I like what we're seeing from Barca, both with and without the ball. And you know that PSG is going to do that. They're going to have their stretches in which they're going to press, they're going to dominate, they're going to make runs like now Ousmane Dembélé is doing. Ousmane Dembélé passing back, well done. Sergi Roberto stretching out to...
Yeah, and Joao Cancelo hasn't really put a foot wrong so far in this game. He just lunged for that one, and when you don't make contact, it takes yourself out of the play.
Kang In Lee with a shot to Stegen, strong hands. And now...
Offside.
Right, so off of the shot by Kang In Lee to Stegen, punches away. Mbappe goes for the rebound.
Just make sure he's offside. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Okay.
But
everything
offside.
after that doesn't matter.
But he's offside.
It wouldn't have been a foul anyway.
It wouldn't have been a foul anyway. I think Cubarsí gets the ball.
Yeah.
Mbappe's grabbing there his right foot. So off of the rebound, Mbappe chases the ball. Cubarsí comes in as well. Yeah. I think Cubarsí gets the ball first. They crash.
It was a good challenge.
It was a good challenge. They collide though. Mbappe wanted a... it wasn't Cubarsí, sorry, it was Cancelo.
He gets...
Oh, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. But anyway, Mbappe was fortunately offside. Otherwise, it might have been a penalty.
The little moments in these games, just the finest details make such a difference.
I know. It's going to be a moment like that that's going to break the deadlock at the moment for either side, I think, the way everything's happening.
So Stegen long, once again looking for Lewandowski. And it's going to be that kind of game for Robert Lewandowski as well. Having to, well, just fight for those long balls sent by either ter Stegen or Araujo or Cubarsí. Try to either head them straight to the runs of Rafinha, of Sergi Roberto, of Lamine Yamal, or hang on and wait for the rest of the team to come.
Well, his job is significantly, and I use this word lightly, easier than what Koundé and Araujo have to do in terms of staying locked into one particular task. Levy can sort of roam a little bit, and when he gets the service, work his magic and do what he normally does. But Araujo, Koundé, they've got to be watching everybody else, especially these fast runners down the sides. Mbappe, Dembélé, Mendes can run
as well. I mean, you saw just now the speed. Looked like Koundé had it covered, but Mendes managed to make it uncomfortable enough for Koundé that he had to clear for a throw-in. Half an hour played, it's 0-0, but this is a thriller, guys. I mean, if you've only just tuned in, you've missed so much already, in spite of there being no goals. Here's Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Marquinhos over to Dembele, who's had a lot of the ball so far in this first half. PSG trying to build. The cross takes a deflection, headed away by Koundé. PSG attacking now. Kylian Mbappé is on the left. Kylian Mbappé has Koundé in front of him, trying to combine there with Fabian. Barça defending well with Ilkay Gundogan, and now Gundogan can play it long for Rafinha to chase. Marquinhos did very well there to get his ball right in front of Rafinha. Lamine Yamal picks it up now. Lamine Yamal can have a go. Lamine Yamal can make progress. He's inside the box. Lamine Yamal with the cross, a bit too high, a bit too long, but Gundogan will pick it up on the left. And he can settle things down for Barça.
Great idea initially from Gundogan.
Yeah.
Amazing, yeah.
And almost perfect execution too.
Barça slowing down the game, in possession. That's what we like. Vamos, vamos, guys. Cubarsí back to Ter Stegen. De Jong. Waiting. Feeding Cubarsí. Cancelo made a run. Ter Stegen to Jules Koundé, and Koundé back to Ter Stegen. It's almost as if these passes. It's almost as if Barca are inviting PSG up to then have space to attack.
I think Anthony Taylor wanted to play advantage, but there really wasn't one for Barca. Now players arrive.
Barca doing well to hang on to the ball at the moment and have the PSG players chase after it a little bit.
Careful.
Sergio Roberto to Cubarsí. Cubarsí inside. Finds the free man, Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan forward, Lewandowski. Lewandowski out wide, Lamine Yamal. Rafinha's in the middle. Lamine hanging on. Now the PSG fans don't like the fact that Barca have had the ball for, I'd say, about 2 minutes now here, finding a free Rafinha. Here's Lewandowski. Lewandowski trying to chip the ball in, cross it into Rafinha.
All right.
Couldn't keep it, so it's a corner kick to Barca.
That's a break.
Yeah.
It was sort of a half-hearted crossing effort from Lewandowski. Just floated up there, see what happens, and
we got a corner.
Can create confusion sometimes between Marquinhos and Lucas.
I'll make sure that hit heads and not hands. Eh? Hold on, eh? Might have.
Are we looking at?
Might
are we
have
looking at a possible hand?
Might have maybe.
No, that went off his back, I think.
Corner kick.
Ah.
It didn't really look like it.
No.
But we got to make sure.
Just in case.
Happy that they're making sure. Right. Incoming cross by Ilkay Gundogan. He's found a free Rafinha. Go, Rafa! Oh, the shot blocked.
Oh, good idea.
That was excellent.
That was my Rafinha goal.
Look out, watch out. Defend. Hold on. There you go. Good foul.
That's fine.
And there'll be a yellow card for, because we need to be careful here. Sergio Roberto sees the yellow card. And he misses the next match. That's one of the things I was going to say. And you can see the frustration on his face there. We've gone.
I mean,
he had to stop Asensio. He took one for the team there. Well done, Sergio Roberto. It's frustrating. I have my thoughts on the yellow card thing, but maybe I'll share them later. Sergio Roberto will not play the return game, but right now the important thing is that he managed to stop a PSG counter-attack. The shame is that it came from a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Rafinha so open there, and Gundogan found him perfectly.
I think he took it well.
Came directly from the drawing board.
Yeah, he took it well. Just too many bodies in the box for it to get through, but it was the right idea. I would have been smug about that again if Rafinha would have scored.
See the frustration on Sergio Roberto's face there, as he knew that it was a fair call, it was a fair red card, but still,
Alex,
the frustration that he had to do it.
If Rafinha scores or Barca finish this game 2-2, you could be as smug as you want to be. Like that's within the laws of our game.
I just need Rafinha to score again. That was the one. I don't know if he'll have that opportunity again, though, is the thing.
He's had a couple.
Yeah, that's
already
true.
today.
Right, Dembele fighting for the ball and keeping it. He's got Cubarsí in front of him, Cancelo behind. Dembele trying to feed the ball into Kylian Mbappe, well intercepted by João Cancelo. I'm really impressed with Cancelo's first half here.
He's-
And,
What's your thought on yellow cards?
that we're this far into the competition and that we're counting yellow cards that were given in competitive games 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
I do agree
These are the
with that.
competitive games that it shouldn't matter that you've seen a yellow card. God knows for what. That you've, like, 3 yellow cards ban you from playing a return game of a quarterfinals of the Champions League. If you
What's
were
the
sent off,
alternative?
fair enough.
What's the alternative? Like what?
Just make players can see yellow cards in games.
Well, hold on. I'm seeing
Suspension
yellow
should
right
only
now.
happen with
Oof.
red cards, is what I'm saying. Oh, careful here! A chance! Open! Yes, he did! Yes, he did! Yes! 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 Barca take the lead! Vamos!
Yes. Rafinha.
Vamos!
Rafinha, please. Please.
Huh?
Rafinha.
Huh?
Rafinha.
And Barca, let's see the replay. Lamine Yamal with the cross inside. Donnarumma comes out right hand, leaves the ball inside the box with his clearance, and Rafinha first touch puts it into the back of the net, and it's Barca who take the lead. Vamos! Fill the live chat with blue and red hearts, guys. Blue and red hearts. Barca have scored. Celebrate this Rafinha goal.
Yes. Rafinha saving everything. Oof. 2 for 2 from Rafinha for me.
Yes,
I'm happy.
ma'am.
Look at those fans
Yes,
celebrating
ma'am.
in Paris. Yes, Barca have scored.
Trencillas.
Oof.
Such an important goal, and of course not as important as it would have been 5 years ago when
Yeah.
goals away from home
Counted for
had
more.
that double
What was it?
Don't let's. We.
That's
Let's
another
not have a
yellow card
debate.
opinion.
It's for another time. We're gonna save that for another another moment.
Can we show our floor manager trying to stretch out? He was stretching out, trying to catch the Spencer flag. Hey guys, I don't see enough blue and red hearts on the live chat. Hey, show some Barca love. We're up 1-0 in Paris.
Yes.
There we go. I mean, I'm going to have to start doing this here.
Okay, but I need you to focus, Robert, because you can't concede.
Anything can
you
happen.
gotta get right back to where you were before that goal went in.
Oh yes, there we go. There are the blue and red hearts.
They say goals change games, but I don't want this game to change. I
Yeah,
like the
neither
way
do I.
Barca have been playing.
We soaked up enough of the pressure and then were able to actually get out and get the best of it, which I'm
Yeah.
really proud of.
Hey.
Look at Araujo there, stretching out to intercept that pass. How much time left until half-time, guys? I mean, the clock's going to tick very slowly now.
But this is a
Ooh,
marathon, man.
Atletico up 2-0 now.
Oh!
They're really proving
Any guesses? Any guesses?
I would go for
Koundé
Grisou.
driving forward. Koundé driving forward. Here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal driving inside. Lamine coming to a halt in front of Nuno Mendes and doing the right thing, just slowing things down.
Not Morata, not Griezmann.
Really? Was it De Paul again?
No. Another forward, another attacking player.
Memphis?
Now he's hurt.
Correa?
Lino.
Oh, Samuel Lino.
Oh, wow.
2-0.
Against Borussia Dortmund, that's...
La Liga teams are up 3-0.
At the moment, yeah.
yeah.
Long ball by Ter Stegen. Well fought by Lewandowski, and he gets it to
Hit him,
Lamine
hit him.
Yamal. Lamine Yamal.
Switch
Rafinha
it,
made the
yes.
run. Lamine Yamal trying to feed it into the box. Lewandowski will pick it up a bit too long, but Levy will get to it. In front of him is Marquinhos.
Reset. There you go.
Cancelo.
There you
Barca
go.
resetting right now with the momentum in this game. Sergi Roberto out wide to Lamine Yamal. We've hit the 40th minute. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Ter Stegen, long again, too long for Lamine Yamal.
I like that. That's all right. That was intentional. Go back to Ter Stegen, get the defense set so that you're not caught out. They want to get to halftime 1-0 also.
Yeah.
Well, ooh, look at the high pressure there by Cancelo, winning it back. Cancelo getting into the box. Cancelo with the shot.
Oh, but
what
give
is
it
he
up.
doing? What's he doing?
He's
Play it
played
through.
such a great game. Just give that up.
He's done so well.
Why does
he
he
went
keep-
for glory himself there. I mean,
That's twice now where he just doesn't have the right opportunity to shoot and he goes for it and it's just completely wrong.
a chance to set up either Lewandowski or Lamine Yamal there. Mbappé, Nuno Mendes. Here's Vitinha.
Now Dembele's a little more in the center.
Dembele's in the centre.
He's playing that 8.
It's Kang In Lee,
Mbappe's
right?
cutting in quite a lot as well. Don't know if that's planned or just his frustration not getting on the ball as often as he probably is used to.
Dembele through to Mbappé. Mbappé couldn't shoot on the turn. Koubarsi right on top of him. Well defended by Pau Koubarsi. Kang In Lee outside.
Good.
Marquinhos.
Fine.
Marquinhos again inside Mbappé.
Pressure.
To Kang In Lee. This is Dembele. Barça defending in an organised fashion and recovering the ball there. And if you can't drive away with the ball, just clear it, please. Cancelo.
Please.
Careful
No,
there.
you
Barca
don't-
have given the ball away, and Koundé just clear it. Right to Gundogan. Barca have a chance to run here on the counter-attack. Lamine Yamal, first touch is good. Lamine Yamal can drive. Lamine Yamal has options, tries to get away, and he's fouled, and that should be a yellow card. No.
No.
No. It's no. Ball was pinged away from him. What a shame. Barca had a 3-on-3 there.
You'd like to be a little bit less wasteful.
Hey, that's offside. That's offside.
Offside.
That's offside.
That's so offside.
Mbappé with a run and the.
That's so offside.
It's
Thank
offside.
you.
Late flag. I'll never understand this.
No. Why waste the energy?
He's just so clearly offside. There's
Why
no
waste
point
the
in letting
energy?
everyone just keep running. Impressive block by Koubarsi coming.
Yeah, we get to
behind.
enjoy Koubarsi.
Yeah, exactly. The touch was a bit
Now,
too
if
long
anything,
there by,
Lamine
Yeah,
fouled
stop done. Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, in the previous action. 2 minutes remaining. Careful there, as PSG trying to mount the attack. Mbappe's touch wasn't good, neither was the
Calma, por
clearance.
favor, calma.
Dembele to Kang In Lee. Kang In Lee with the cross. Araujo
Araujo.
heads it away.
This happened
Lamine
against
Yamal trying to
Napoli.
battle for it. It falls to Fabian. Lamine Yamal with a touch. Throw in PSG.
They were in control against Napoli. The same thing happened. They lost focus for 5 minutes. Just stay calm. Get to halftime.
Mbappe's waiting to make that late run and to step back onside and then make the run into space.
Good pressure from Barca. Lewandowski can run away with it. Lewandowski
Hit
has
Lamine.
Gundogan in the middle, or he has Lamine free on the right. Here is Lamine Yamal. Gundogan wants it in the middle. Lamine Yamal hangs on to the ball. The back heel pass inside Sergi Roberto. Lewandowski brings it down on his chest. The shot on the turn. He's
Good
offside.
Idea. Good idea, though.
Lamine, I think, just sometimes needs to just stop thinking about it. Just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah,
Go in
yeah.
what sense? Let it rip.
Yeah.
Or shoot,
Or just
Keep moving it forward because
Yeah.
he stops and
He-
allows the defense to get back,
Yeah.
settle a little bit.
It takes him a long time to make that deciding position.
He's also
that,
16.
Yeah, that's true.
Eventually, he'll figure out that he is just faster with the ball than most people are without it.
Precisely. I think it's that last pass that he's also not.
Yeah.
He's not willing to make that or take that chance and risk
Yeah.
to kind of lose the ball at that point. But he's losing it anyway. So.
Right, how much added time are we getting here? Can we get 0 minutes?
2.
Okay. 1-0 up. Rafinha scored the goal. Fabian, PSG in possession. Free Kangin Lee on the right flank. He takes it to his left. In front of him are Frenkie de Jong and João Cancelo. Vitinha. Beraldo inside. Dembele. Nuno Mendes on the left. Nuno Mendes could cross. In comes the low cross by Nuno Mendes. Good clearance there by Kubarsi.
Get it out!
Get it out. There. Cancelo. Cancelo now long for Rafinha to chase.
Ooh,
Can he
not get there?
Yes, he can.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
he can. Go
Cut it
Rafinha.
back.
Go Rafinha. Pass it back. Rafinha over to the other side. Lamine Yamal.
Cut it back.
Lamine Yamal. Oh. To be fair, Rafinha's decision there.
Well,
He did
but,
it.
but what else is he going to do?
Well, he could try and
he's-
hit Lewandowski.
He's got no angle
It
at
was-
a
No,
shot.
no,
Yeah.
I was going to say set up Lewandowski in the middle rather than right across to Lamine. Anyway, good
Oh,
defending
good
now by
recovery,
Lamine
Lamine,
Yamal.
huh?
Good defending by Lamine Yamal. Gundogan with the turn.
Hit him. Let's go. One more.
Yes.
Go.
One more.
Why not?
Koundé.
Playing basketball today.
This is Koundé. Under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Koundé fouled from behind by Asensio. Yes, Jules.
all right.
Yes, Jules.
That's got halftime written all over it.
Yeah,
It
that's done.
has indeed.
That's done. That's
10
done.
seconds remaining until half-time. And barring disaster, barring a major surprise, Barca are heading into the dressing rooms 1-0 up. Waiting for the whistle here. Koundé just taking his time. Just play it forward. Looking for Lewandowski up high. Could there be a chance here? No.
Now we want more time.
Well, the
That
thing
was-
was,
that was it.
Barca took so long to take it, and now they weren't able to take advantage of the opportunity
That's
they
fine.
had. But, whew, isn't
Oi.
this good news? 1-0 at half-time. Rafinha, the goal scorer for Barca, who've had probably the same amount of opportunities in the game as PSG. PSG have had maybe a little bit more possession, 53% versus 47%. But I always ask you guys on the live chat, and I ask my pundits here, thumbs up or thumbs down for the first half? And I think it's a major thumbs up, guys. There's no thumbs sideways. There's no thumbs down. It's a major thumbs up. Spence.
It's a thumbs up. And you know what? This isn't me being crazy, even though
Even though you are.
sometimes I can be. If PSG had scored the goal in this first half instead of Barca, I still would have given it a thumbs up because I really liked the way they played in this first half. The only thing, if we can be a little bit critical, is that they were a little bit wasteful with some of their chances that they were given, and you're not going to be handed those chances in the same bulk over the next 3 halves of football against this team that you were just now. So maybe they need to tighten it up a little bit in that sense, but other than that, I mean, full thumbs up. They've got a lead. They played very well. They came out with a plan and they executed it.
Alex.
I have to. There's not much I can add to that. I think the plan is working. I think PSG on the contrary, they had plan A. That didn't go to plan because I think Barcelona have kind of neutralized all that quite well, and they've been stuck. And I think we've definitely taken advantage of PSG kind of stumbling around trying to figure out what to do. And I do agree that we've been wasteful with a lot of the chances, like the last one that we saw there. With Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, making that last pass, we're a bit too passive. Those are the moments you want us to be aggressive. Those are the moments that you want to make those passes, those risky passes that in the end are going to be worth it. But I think we're kind of being a bit too conservative sometimes on the attack.
Yeah, and be careful too, by the way, because Mbappe or Dembele, they can strike in a millisecond.
Any
So
given
just be
moment.
careful.
Any given moment they can do that. But it's 1-0 at half-time. I have to agree, maybe a little bit conservative sometimes, but I thought it was a very mature first half from Barca. We're going to take a little break. We're going to show you some of the things you can find on Barca 1. Also, some highlights of that Barca 1 official unveiling, that gala we had last week. Maybe you've seen the images already, but here's a video for you. Just calm down, take a break, and we'll be back in a few minutes to talk more about this game.
Cuando pienso en mis orígenes, sí que tenía ese sueño de poder ser jugador de fútbol, pero no me imaginaba que podía llegar a un equipo top como el Barça.
Vull el millor per a aquest club. I el sento, m'han fet ser així a casa
A casa tots som culers i sigui a dins del club o fora, estaré remant sempre perquè tot vagi bé.
Serà extraordinari pels culers, serà un autèntic vici.
Molt bé, doncs moltes gràcies, Xavi.
Gràcies.
Primer de tot, deixeu-me donar les gràcies als jugadors, a les jugadores. Gràcies, patrocinadors. Un aplaudiment també per ells, sisplau.
Basketball, all of the sections on a daily basis, and of course in all three.
Barça, PSG, aquesta setmana també el Barça Live en català i en castellà. Armènia, veurem aquesta Final Four. Tu que cantes...
Perfecte, si ja està bé, jo estic bé.
Té l'aplicació, president?
La final amb el Barça, crec que la gent disfrutarà, només donar-li l'enhorabona a tots, al Presi, al club, a tots els que han fet possible aquesta plataforma que per mi serà extraordinària pels culers. Serà un autèntic vici.
It's half-time here at Barça Live. It's half-time at the Parc de Prince as well. And guys, I feel like I feel like I've run a half marathon. I'm exhausted already.
And that's the problem, is that you still have half of the marathon to go.
Exactly, indeed. By the way, someone took away our mics.
I know.
We're not podcasting today.
I was feeling really good about the whole, like, welcome to
It
Barca
felt
Live.
speaking into that mic was quite satisfying.
Yeah.
Use our NPR voice.
And we've got Barca podcasts already on Spotify if you want to check them out on the FC Barcelona hub, and there'll be some English content coming soon as well. Guys, first half, I mean, picking up on what I said before, I thought Barca played a very mature first half, which is something to be said taking into account the situation that this team was in 3 months ago.
Yes, definitely. I think the way that we've been able to soak up the PSG pressure and not going to this nervous, I think the confidence that we've shown, I mean, it's obviously because of the recent run that we've had of, you know, good games that we've been able to get that confidence, but going into this without really fearing anything, and even being a bit conservative, but that means, you know, you're playing smart. You're not feeling the pressure when you have the ball at your feet. You're kind of overthinking, which is at times bad because we do get frustrated when that doesn't really go to our favor. But I think it's been showing a lot of maturity in terms of we have this, we're doing this right, everything is calculated, we're not freaking out, and we're not kind of giving into the superiority of what it is to play at Parc de France.
You could almost expect that PSG would come out strong on the front foot, looking to attack early.
Yeah, and they withstood that pressure the way that any team on the road is supposed to. But I'm going to go back to one of your comments, which is that everything was calculated. And it's one of my theories is that if it's working right at the highest professional level, then every pass and every finite detail has to be right on the margin. So all of those times that we're watching the game and we go, because there's a pass that's, you know, just beyond one of the players who are pressing for PSG, whether it's Mbappe or Dembélé, those passes are they're done with that precision and that confidence, and they make us nervous.
Yes.
The thing is now, heading into the second half, you can almost expect the same script for the first 5-10 minutes, I'd say.
It could be.
The PSG are going to want to come out and react quickly, get back into the game.
I think you give the first 5 minutes to PSG and let them do what they want, obviously soaking up again that attack as we did the first 5 minutes of the match, and kind of let them get that out of their system. And then once you regain possession at a good time, then you kind of build back up into the attack that we were getting towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, and attack your moments with gusto, you know, like get at it when you have that chance to make that final pass, to take that shot. If Lamine is here, can we do a little bit of that?
We need our little chess pieces.
If Lamine is here
in the attacking position,
in
not
the
defending. If he's in defending position, he needs concerning.
That's a bit of a problem.
This way towards Barca's goal, I see one of these.
Well, that was the one that Rafinha. Well, that could have been the one that Rafinha was in the back post for that last play.
Maybe,
but
maybe. I think what you say is right. Barca have played with gusto up front and generally not rushed into things. Maybe, I was saying towards the end of the first half, maybe sometimes players like Lamine Yamal should rush into situations a little bit more. But if it's all to keep the ball rolling, have the PSG players chasing the ball for a change, I'm all for that.
Yeah, Lamine can make mistakes.
Yeah,
that's okay. That's what being an attacking player is. You make more mistakes than not, and you just have to make the ones count. The one who can't make mistakes as a youngster is Kouassi, because if he makes a mistake, it could lead to a goal. That's the life of a defender. But up front, yeah, go for it.
If I was to make you pick a best player, best performer of the first half, it's a tough one tonight because it's just such a group effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's got everyone's back.
There's one, but I mean Koundé. I think I would probably give it to Cancelo, but those attacking plays that he's kind of messed up has really put me off.
It's funny because Cancelo has been perfect defensively, made a couple of mistakes in attack. Rafinha scored the goal and had a couple of decent chances, including the shot from about here that went to the corner that ended up as a corner. Yeah. But he also missed a couple of chances. Lewandowski's been pretty good.
Lewandowski has been given a very hard task today, which is to, as I said before, he's going to be on the end of those long balls that Barca are sending forward via Ter Stegen, via Araujo, via Pau Cubarsí. He's going to either have to get the quick touch to find the runs of Rafinha or Lamine Yamal, which he's done excellently tonight. He's getting in there in front of his centre-backs every time, or just try to hang on to the ball and wait for the rest to come. So far, he's done brilliant at that.
I would love to know his aerial duel numbers at the moment for this match.
I'd say the percentage must be pretty high in aerial duels won.
We have the technology.
Let me just take a look. Players are getting ready to head back onto the pitch. I can see the PSG players in the dressing room. So I would say maybe let's head back to the couches.
Yeah.
Onward.
And
Before we head
upwards.
back to the couches, I need to show you guys something, because we had royalty here in the studio at halftime. During the halftime video, we had are we showing it over there? Oh, there it is. There it is. Javier Saviola joined us here in the studio. He's on the Barça 1 Spanish commentary team today, and he was kind enough to sign this football here. A player who knows what it is to score in a Champions League quarter-final. In 2002, he scored against Panathinaikos. And Javier Saviola making his debut today on the Barça 1 commentary. And here is that signed football by El Pibito, by El Conejo, by the Argentinian former striker Javier Saviola himself. Spencer Siegel, a bit before your Barça time, right?
Yeah, just a little bit, but if you've been around this club as long as I, and I say as long as I have, just even a couple of years, like you already know.
Show us some love for this Javier Saviola signed football. I mean, we're going to have it hidden here as decoration. Maybe we should. I don't know. Should we have like a raffle or something? Should we have an online draw? Maybe that people can. Or Barça 1 users can...
That's up to the higher powers above.
We'll discuss. If you want to raise your hand on the live chat if you would like to win this signed football by Javier Saviola. And there's proof that he signed it himself. We just showed you the video. Right, the Barça players are back on the pitch. I'm going to keep this here for good luck.
To answer your question, Alex, 3 of 4 on aerial duels, 4 of 5 on ground duels. So
that is almost 100%.
That's pretty darn good.
That is quite decent.
Players are on the pitch for their second half. PSG have made a substitution, by the way. Barcona for Asensio. So,
all right.
Xavi having a word with Rafinha before the second half starts. And we're all set for the second 45 minutes. How are you feeling, guys? How are you feeling? I see some raised hands on the live chat, by the way. Some people there want the signed Javier Saviola football. Lovely football here.
So Barça get to start with the ball here, which is kind of...
Yeah, not what we sent.
Because we got first possession.
PSG started with the ball, and it took Barça about 3 minutes just to get the ball after that.
Yeah.
Here is Koundé, forward ball. Gundogan doing well to hang on to it and feeding Frenkie de Jong. De Jong forward, Lewandowski on the turn, doing well. The ball nicked away from him, Lamine Yamal. Couldn't get to it, and now Nuno Mendes with the drive. Cancelo, vamos!
Big stop.
Cancelo is on it.
By the way, I see
He's
Alia
on it.
making reference to this. And of course, it's a big night. It's a big occasion.
Pull him out. Pull him out,
pull
baby.
Him out.
Pull him
Here we
out.
go. Mauri, are we ready?
Let's see him.
Let's see him.
There they are.
There they are.
Look at those beauties.
The former original avocado socks are in the house tonight. And I'm just pulling them up. I'm not going to show them because they were doing well there, hidden underneath the jeans.
Just being a part.
Don't change
just
much
being a part
yet.
of the event, of the evening, of the night. And wait a minute, I've lost my football. Here it is.
You wanna table it?
Should we table it?
There you go.
Yeah, just have it here. That's it. Nice. Javier Saviola, signed football.
Boom.
Eso es.
Right, 1-0, second half. PSG in possession here. If Xavi is to make a move, careful, wait a minute, because PSG can make progress here. A shot from the edge of the box. It's going to go over the crossbar.
That was a little risky on, I believe, the part of Sergio Roberto.
Yeah,
of course, he's on the yellow card, which was what it relates to what I was going to ask. If Xavi is to make a move, what do you think it would be with the options we've got on the bench?
My initial thought was
I have an. You're gonna drop Frankie, put Fermin on.
That depends on Frankie, because maybe he can't go in 70 minutes. Or 75 minutes. That or a full, definitely not a full 90 is my guess. But hold on.
Careful here, another opportunity. Long pass for Dembélé, clearance by Araujo, another chance. Dembélé with a left-footed shot, and he's put it in the back of the net. And it had to be Ousmane Dembélé with the equaliser. 3 minutes in to the second half.
The way he celebrated that as well.
It's a shame because the initial pass to Mbappé seemed like it was going to go too long.
Yeah.
Like it was going to go out for a goal kick. But then Dembélé doing what he does best there, just being a menace, right foot, left foot, you're not quite sure when he's going to go. He went with his left and he blasted in. Let's see the replay here. Dembélé with the overlap by Mbappé, manages to keep it in. The clearance by Araujo is too short. And then Mbappé with an absolute cracker of a goal.
I mean, he went through 3 defenders with that shot.
And it's a game again at the Parc des Princes. I mean, if you're to stay in there, there's not a lot you can do, right?
Yeah, there's no chance.
He was screened fully. And yeah, there were 3 defenders bearing him down, and he just put it through all of them.
Oof. That's quite the goal by Ousmane Dembélé. And right, let's see. Need some motivations. What are we asking the live chat for? We need some energy. We need the muscle emoji maybe for Barca.
You knew you weren't going to go through this 180 minutes without having to go through some hardship, so you might as well get right back at it.
Shall we show some Barca love? Blue and red hearts. Blue and red hearts now is when we need it the most. Blue and red hearts, please, guys, on the live chat. Some Blaugrana energy, some Culé passion right now. As Barca have conceded the equaliser to Ousmane Dembélé. Now PSG will probably have the momentum here. Come on, guys, give us some Blaugrana hearts. There we go. There we go. Blaugrana hearts as PSG try to attack here. Kang In Lee. Back to Fabian. Fabian inside. Oh. With a nightmare of a start to the second half here. 5 minutes, PSG have turned it around. It's 2-1. Vitinha, the scorer, and PSG are all of a sudden energized here.
Nuts.
Let's see. Barcola with the drive out wide. Kang In Lee finds Fabian solo on the edge of the box, and I mean, Vitinha made a good run.
It's to be honest, it's somewhat lazy defending from the back line, because in the first half the entire back line pushes up as soon as that ball comes back beyond the 18.
Yeah.
And they all stayed. There were runners that came into the box that neither the back line nor the midfield picked up on, and that's how Vitinha gets in and scores. That's a mistake. So all right, well, you gotta go get something now. You have to.
Not ideal. That momentum was, I mean, we said it, the momentum that PSG were going to come out with in the first 5 minutes of the second half were exactly this.
But we've played 5 minutes.
We've played 5 minutes. We said we needed to hang on, withstand it, and
we didn't withstand it.
We didn't withstand it. 2 chances, 2 goals for PSG. 2 well-executed actions. I mean, maybe it could have been tighter defensively. And careful now, because Barca have an option here.
Remember, we can attack too.
To Lamine Yamal, the head. Oh! That was a perfect cross by Lamine Yamal. And Lewandowski.
Not sure what he did there with his...
I think he got in there ahead of time. Just got in ahead of the ball.
Look, Barca haven't been on the front foot yet in the second half, and they will be, and they are starting to get there. Yeah. Keep going.
Turn
Come on,
by Gundogan. It's going to feed it out wide to Cancelo. Here's Cancelo incoming, cross too long, too high.
But if we watched the Champions League yesterday, we know exactly what can happen in these games.
Yeah.
That was an example of what PSG just did. Yeah, Lewandowski just, I don't know what that
Don't
was.
know. Yeah, don't really know what he was going for.
I guess
there.
you're right, Robert. He might have gotten there too early.
Yeah.
But there's still 45 minutes left in this game. You got to keep going. You never know what can happen next.
I mean, it was like this first half, wasn't it? We soaked up the pressure for how long until we actually were able to get a decent amount of possession and rhythm into the match.
I mean, look at the number of shots through 52, 53 minutes, 21 shots. We're going to see probably another 10, 15 shots in this game.
Yeah.
So make the most of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I agree with you that we're going to have our moments. Then we need to capitalize on our moments.
Is the only problem.
Right. PSG looking to advance here. Such a shame with how the first half ended. Obviously, the Luis Enrique talk at halftime worked.
Usually does.
The way he celebrated that was just, you knew that he made a switch and it's paid off. And I think it is the way that they're positioning themselves now. There's no one through the middle.
Long ball by Donnarumma looking for Mbappe. Barca recover the ball. Here's Lamine Yamal running forward. Lamine Yamal skipping away from defenders. Eventually running into the wall. That is Veraldo.
No foul, no foul. There you go.
Did it keep it in? No.
Yeah. All right.
Throw in
go.
Barca. And we're high up on the pitch.
Come on.
In spite of the 2 goals, I'd say I'm liking how the team have reacted, how we're competing as well. Just can't let go here. Rafinha trying to connect first touch.
Can't
Giving
do
the ball
that.
away, and now a chance for PSG to run Barcona. Barcona on the right. Oh, and that went off of the crossbar.
Flag?
Was he offside?
I don't think so. No, corner kick.
I heard a whistle.
Yeah,
so.
no, me too. That's why.
Good hands by Ter Stegen. And the ball off of the crossbar.
Not ideal.
Barcola with the opportunity there. Not even 10 minutes played in this second half. PSG have managed to turn it around. Goals by Ousmane Dembele and Vitinha. Now the corner kick as Rafinha went into the pressure. Ball bounced off of him. Of course, not careful here. Dembele tried to play it through. Of course, the other thing is still 90 minutes to go in Montjuic.
Yeah, and right now, all they're thinking about is the next 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you want to get to Montjuic, and I would
not
assume,
having to chase the game.
Yeah, look, 2-1 would not be an ideal result, but you don't want it to be 4-1.
No, exactly.
You know,
No.
so you got to
you can't
focus.
afford to let go, give up easy opportunities, or go gung-ho up front and leave yourself exposed at the back.
You've got to make these 40 minutes strategic.
Right, Spence, I've got some sound issues.
Okay.
You take over. I'm going to go and get that solved.
All right, I'll be here. Alex and I will be here.
Yeah.
We've got you covered. That means I'm going to have to lean in. And
Oh, they're leaning.
and
at the moment.
I don't like where we've started, because if I have to call a goal now for PSG, I'm going to be very upset. And there's a shot from distance from Fabian, and
Oof.
unfortunately it was blocked by Araujo. So I guess, Alex, we're thinking about at some point in the next 5 to 15 minutes some changes.
Potentially, but realistically, who would you change?
Fermin in.
Who's out? I think Frankie's actually doing quite well.
Hold on, because Mbappe's in the box, and that's always a problem. Mbappe on his right foot, now back onto his left. Mbappe wins a corner. Hey, buddy. You didn't miss much, except for a corner.
Well,
We've left it for you right now at the best moment.
saying, Pedri's coming on. Woo! Well, he wasn't one of our options.
Look at the facial hair.
I know. I like it.
that?
I like it.
He's all grown up.
Pedri, that's not the facial hair of somebody who's grown up. That's the facial hair of somebody who's never grown facial hair before.
It's his first time.
Careful here, PSG with a chance with a long cross over to Stegen, over everyone, and it'll be a Barca throw-in.
Okay, so Pedri.
For Sergio Roberto. He's got a yellow card.
Yeah.
100%. And then, well, we just put up the question of who do you want to see, Ferran, Fermin, or Joao Felix.
Didn't make much sense when
Pedri, yeah.
And
when Pedri came back.
We seem to have forgotten about Pedri.
You know
The
what?
thing is that
I sort of had.
You would expect him to be kind of a last minute, like a last resort type of player that you really need, but I don't think we're at that point yet where you really...
Or maybe just a calming presence.
Yeah.
If you want to keep the ball a bit more. Well, you saw yesterday, for example, I mean, I'm not going to compare because one's a big veteran, and Pedri's still, I mean, a very, very young player, but careful, PSG with a chance to run forward here at Araujo clearing. The calming presence that Luka Modric had yesterday for Real Madrid absolutely changed the game.
Yeah. But
so let's see if Pedri can do that for Barca.
Pedri is also not 100%.
No.
There's just no way.
That's why we're giving him just half an hour instead of 90 minutes.
Yeah.
If he's travelled and he's been given the medical all clear, they're going to bring him back in gradually, but look, half an hour, we need our best players on the pitch.
30 minutes of this intensity of football is different than 30 minutes against Cadiz.
Well, medical staff and Xavi know best.
I'm just saying. Just saying it's a different brand of football.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. Yeah. Right, PSG are having a lot of the ball in this second half. It's already spiked up, the percentage. Here's Kang In-lee. Kang In-lee driving into the box. He's gone down. PSG wants a penalty. And they're not going to be given one, at least initially. Cancelo into the middle.
No, that's at least a foul.
Foul by Fabian on Sergi Roberto. That might be the last we see of Sergi Roberto.
Stop it.
No, Kang In-lee just runs into Cancelo.
Yeah. No chance.
Right, there's a double sub coming. Joao Felix and Pedri. Also a substitution for PSG. Zaire Emery, Warren Zaire Emery coming on for Kang In-lee. And for Barca, let's see. I reckon Sergio Roberto's one who's going to come off. Lamine Yamal the other.
All right, clap it up.
Clap it up for Lamine Yamal being replaced by Joao Felix, and Sergio Roberto, of course, for Pedri. I'm hearing the applauses in my earpiece here. I'm not sure I'm supposed to.
That's because everybody's applauding.
Well, yeah.
We're all just that happy.
Yeah. But I'm hearing the sound effect, not you guys. Anyway, Sergio Roberto for Pedri, Pedri for Sergio Roberto, and Joao Felix for Lamine Yamal. Give them a round of applause, guys. Let's see if Joao Felix and Pedri can give Barca new energy in this game. I think one of the things... Oh, careful, because Gundogan has won it back. Gundogan to Lewandowski, tries to give it back. Gundogan with the back heel pass, but it was too short.
Really well to win that ball back.
Let's see, here we go. Pedri into the box. It's a good ball. It's a good ball.
Oh, it's unbelievable! That's outrageous! Outrageous!
That was a very Sergio Roberto PSG goal.
And we're back!
We're back.
Whose assist was that?
I think it was Pedri.
Was that Pedri?
Was it Pedri?
It was Pedri.
It was Pedri.
It was Pedri.
That's...
So off of the Donnarumma clearance, Barca recover, play it into the middle, and look at that for a pass, and Rafinha for a finish on the volley, vamos!
What a finish.
Yes!
Off the half volley.
Vamos!
Oi.
It's 2-2, Alex.
Unbelievable.
Did you bet that Rafinha was going to score the first goal?
I did.
Did you bet on a 2-2?
I did.
Shall we call it game?
Let's just call it.
Can we?
I'm exhausted. I can call game now. I can call it a game
Yeah,
now.
I'm good. Let's go back to Montjuic.
I've done my part.
See you in a week.
I've done my part. I think we could go
62 minutes of football is more than enough.
I think it's fine.
That is such a world-class finish.
And such a
That is
world-class
off the
pass.
the floated. It was just perfect.
Mine.
It's a world-class goal.
He ran onto that, weighted it.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Welcome to the Champions League, my friend.
Well, I mean, you've got
Rafinha.
3-3
Thank you.
yesterday between Man City and Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You've got 2-2 between Arsenal and Bayern.
How's the
2-2
Atleti?
now. I mean,
How's the Atleti match going?
It was 2-0.
That went 4-4
I
now.
like the option that we gave at the beginning of like thoughts on tonight's game. We were going, well,
Yeah.
Mbappe, whatever.
2-0.
Hey, it's the Champions League. Anything can happen. And bang,
Precisely.
there it is.
But that's precisely it. Like that goal is why we're here. Those goals only seem to happen in these
in
moments.
the Champions League. You come up with probably not even your best football because it's so competitive and such a high level of football that you can't keep up an amazing. I don't know how to explain it. It's those moments that count, and I think you know the pressure that you need to make these moments, like that goal, for example, is in these moments where you don't have as much creativity throughout the 90 minutes, but then you have those moments where you need, that is literally the only way of breaking through the defense.
Shall we ask the live chat to fill the chat with Brazilian flags in honor of our
I think that's fair.
of our 2-goal scorer tonight, Rafinha?
Will they show
Give us some
up?
Brazilian flags. Give us some
Yes.
Brazilian flags. Will they show?
Cabello
is the
joga
question.
bonito.
Give
Joga
us,
bonito.
give
If
us,
not this. If not, yeah, the Ronaldinho one.
Give us some-
Vitinha, yellow card for him. Let's see. How about that for a reaction, though?
Oi.
Conceding 2 goals early in this second half, in the first 5 minutes, and then just having the calmness to keep going, stick to the game plan.
It's that maturity that you spoke about.
Maturity again.
and
So
now
I wouldn't say that the 2 goals we've conceded have been major meltdowns. I mean,
No.
maybe could have been a bit tighter, but I mean, credit to PSG.
the Dembele goal, you're not doing anything about that on Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, any day of the week. The second goal was the only one that we've seen where, could have been better.
Careful here, the long ball looking for Joao
put it
Felix.
in the middle.
Down the middle. Here we go, on the edge of the box.
Good idea. It's good effort.
That
It's
would have
good
been a
idea.
good turn if he would have got that on his foot.
It was
Yeah.
good, it was good, it was good.
Good idea.
5 minutes.
Now just stay compact.
Here's Dembele, Barcola. Barcola through,
No.
careful here because Araujo thought he had it covered. And now Barca recover the ball through Pau Cubarsí, who sends it to Pedri. And how about that for a clearance as well? Pedri inside Lewandowski.
Calma.
Barca just calming
Don't have
things
anyone
down.
No
there.
numbers. No numbers.
Oh, look at Rafinha.
Or just Rafinha.
Just I mean,
My
he's on a
God,
hat trick
I mean-
now, so why stop?
I asked the question, is this Rafinha's best performance as a Barca player? I mean, yes, right?
Can I get? Can we get a stats guy on the other braces that he's scored for Barca? It can't be too many of them. If we're just going strictly on goals, because some of the goals he scored, like the one he scored against, what was it, Mallorca, the one he scored against Osasuna last year.
He's had some pretty brilliant goals.
Those have been wonderful goals, but in terms of scoring more than one, especially the second goal that he scored and its quality, I'd like to know when else he scored a brace.
Well, I mean, you can get on to it yourself. I have you covered.
Well,
I
then
have
I'll
you
just
covered.
do. Then I'll just do that.
I'll do the commentary and. How about this for a game? 2-2. This is the result, by the way, that we had in 2013. The images we've seen before with goals by Messi and Xavi.
I mean, this isn't a bad result to take back to Montjuic.
It is not in the least, but you know what? I mean,
But I think we
have to say I'd be very surprised if we see this game end 2-2 right now.
definitely. I mean, I'd be sad that I won't get it right, but I do think there's at least one other goal in here, hopefully for us.
Mbappe
As we see
speeding
Mbappe.
up, driving into the middle, out wide to Barcola.
Ole.
Trying to get around Cancelo, no foul called. Kubarsi. Now to Joao Felix, who couldn't control the ball.
So, fun fact, he's never scored a brace
See?
for
Never.
Barca. This is his first brace for Barca.
And he had 2 other chances in the first half as well. Been very involved, Rafinha.
Well, we
in
said
the attacking production.
Yeah.
We said, I don't remember if we said it on the air or before the show, that Joao Felix would come in the second half and replace whoever was playing
Worse
between Lamine and Rafinha.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here we are,
Here he goes.
Rafinha again.
And you don't replace him.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
I think it's now, we have to ask, as a Barca player has been knocked over. It was a second yellow card. It should have been a second yellow card for Vitinha.
Did he touch him?
Don't think so.
Did he not? Did he touch him?
I don't know. I mean,
was bad.
I didn't quite see what happened there, because
I don't think he
Lewandowski seems like clip his feet together as he's running.
I think
don't
it
know
was
if there's early contact or anything.
I think it was a bit of a piscinazo.
But anyway, Barca have a free kick here, and Rafinha's planted the ball here.
Oof.
And I was going to ask.
How would you do this if that was you in that situation, Robert? How would you take this?
I'd curl it.
You curl it. Would you curl it out?
I'm a lefty as well, like Rafinha is.
Oof. So in that case, would you just curl it top bins?
I'd go top left corner for Rafinha, top right corner for Donnarumma.
Oof. Who's on the ball? Rafinha?
Who's going for it?
Is that Koundé?
Barca haven't scored a free kick goal in a while.
I mean, by the looks of it, there's no one in the box. I think this is going
Who's going to take it?
straight.
Rafinha with the shot. Sorry.
What?
Both shots as
Same
efficient.
outcome. I
was going to say
didn't
same
score
outcome,
either.
basically.
Same outcome. I didn't score either. There you go. Let's put it back where it was.
I think our next challenge should be a double
Careful
challenge.
here, Barcola gets in behind the Barca defense inside the box. The shot blocked by a heroic Araujo. Look at that.
Yes.
That was huge. That was big.
That was one of
was
those.
big, man.
That was one of those.
That was big.
My God. Things you have to suffer.
That should have been 3-2.
Yeah, no, that was a big block.
That's as good as a goal. Come on, tighten it up.
Mbappe.
Tighten it up.
Making a run inside the box.
Koundé.
Gets a touch on the ball, and now Pedri can run away with it. And Pedri knocked
Ole,
over by
que sí, que
Mbappe.
sí. Koundé is working on somewhere, maybe not man of the match because Rafinha's doing his thing, but he's working
Koundé,
on
I think,
top 3 right
yeah.
now.
I think Araujo has stepped up a lot more the second half, but Koundé has been consistent throughout the entire match so far.
That is a massive block because Ter Stegen's all alone.
Yeah. And with the shot that he took earlier, I think that was definitely going in from that angle. But I think Koundé, with the job that he's had to block Mbappe and the entire space down that wing, because we've seen Mendes kind of going down that wing as well, and he's tracked that really well. So I think Koundé in the back 4 has been, for me, my favourite. But to be fair, all 4 has been ace.
PSG with the ball. Ball played forward to Barcola, who's offside.
I'm sorry, he's what?
He's offside.
Flags out.
Thank you for that. Koundé forward. Gundogan couldn't get to it. Neither could Rafinha. PSG with the ball. And there's Vitinha. Mbappe. Overlapped by Nuno Mendes. PSG playing on the left. Here's Vitinha to Fabian. Back to Marquinhos, who's with the substitutions at half-time now is playing as a centre-back. At the moment, PSG in possession. What other moves does Xavi have? We've got Ferran on the bench.
I was just going to ask you that question. What do we think? Like,
I think the energy of Ferran is something that we could use up front, trying to put a bit of pressure on, helping
so Ferran for Lewandowski.
I'd say in spite of the 2 goals, maybe for Rafinha, because you need the reference point up front in Lewandowski. Oh, here's Gundogan on the turn. He's going to feed Rafinha on the run. Rafinha, could it be 3? Rafinha making a run. He's got Lewandowski in the middle. Rafinha hinting, slowing down, trying to play it into the middle. And now Pedri will...
Oh, hit Pedri again. Oh, hit him again.
Play on the rebound. Here is João Felix. João Felix with a shot, Donnarumma.
Oh, big save. Suction cup save.
Yeah.
Just bottles it.
Yeah.
It's a good shot, that.
Good grab there.
Kind of curling out and in.
I know this is really fine-tuned, but I would have loved to have seen in that one particular moment Rafinha give the ball back to Pedri, because Pedri's been the provider, and Pedri would have picked another brilliant pass.
Yeah. 2-2 at the Parc des Princes. Barca took the lead with a Rafinha goal. Then Dembele and Vitinha turned it around for PSG, but Barca are back on level terms because Rafinha scored his second goal of the night. Careful here, Vitinha running away with the ball. Dembele inside the box, he's hit the post! And he was offside, I think.
I don't think so, dude.
I think he was.
I don't think so.
From where?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Oof, that's another...
Not ideal, that.
Oh.
Oh my God! I thought we didn't really get the image if he was offside. Right,
we got a sub,
no.
and it's what you're calling for.
Ferran.
Now, but is it for Rafinha?
I think it's for Rafinha.
Or is it for Lewandowski?
And there's another one. Who's behind him? Is it Christensen? I think it is Christensen for De Jong, who was coming back from injury. Andreas Christensen will play the defensive midfielder role, and Ferran Torres is also coming on. So round of applause, guys. Round of applause for Rafinha and Frenkie de Jong, who are the players coming off. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Round of applause, guys. Emojis, applause emojis for Rafinha and Frenkie de Jong, Ferran Torres and Andreas Christensen.
Rafinha with that.
There was a point in the season in which Pedri, Christensen, De Jong and Ferran Torres were all out. So nice to have them back on the pitch.
It's been such a topsy-turvy season for injuries.
Yeah.
And yet, the most important time of the year is right now.
Careful here, quick touch by Lewandowski.
Oh, middle, to the middle, put it in the middle.
João Felix,
Yes.
through to Ferran Torres. Oh, the clearance by Nuno Mendes. What a moment that would have been for Ferran Torres.
Good idea.
To get on the end of that cross.
Oh, he was on that.
Good idea.
Barca have a corner kick. Gundogan will be the one to cross as there's 14 minutes remaining in this game. Can we capitalise here on a set-piece opportunity? We had a good chance with a Lewandowski header in the first half. Here comes the cross by Christensen!
Yes.
Vamos! Sí, sí, sí! Barca take the lead in Paris again!
Yes!
Vamos!
Oof.
Andreas Christensen!
Yes! Oh, what header. Yes.
Look at it!
Just
the cross by Gundogan and Christensen from point-blank range.
Yes!
With the header. Yes!
What a game, man. What a week.
Someone asking on the live chat who scored. I think I've said the name Christensen about 42 times already, but it was Andreas Christensen. Yes!
Substitute.
Barca take the lead. Blue and red hearts again, guys. We want love. We want Blaugrana love. What are you looking for? Oh, there we go.
Just need this. That's all.
I need a drink.
Just needs. Yeah, I
just need
do.
this.
That would be. I think that's a good idea.
All of a sudden, I can hear the Barca fans in the background.
Blaugrana al vent, un crit valent, tenim el nom que sap tothom. Barça, Barça, Barça.
Oh, yes, of course, I saw this. The Pep Molero was just telling me, our editor, Pep Molero, was just telling me.
What?
A birthday boy. A birthday boy scored. It's Andreas Christensen's birthday.
No,
Is
really?
it?
Happy birthday,
Happy
Andreas
birthday.
Christensen. And
Oh, what's a
thank you so
present?
much for this birthday present from you to us. 28 years old.
It's your day, but you're making it for us, so
Oh,
thank
he's not
you.
28? He is 28.
28.
Not bad.
Okay,
that.
all right, hey. But
Yes.
come on.
Yes.
12
Come on.
Yes,
Keep
yes.
remaining.
going. Keep it going.
We can't.
Shall we get some birthday cake emojis on the live chat and some present emojis for Andreas Christensen, some Blaugrana love. Fill the live chat with all the emojis you can think of.
He can eat the cake after the game. But right now he's got to
Yes.
focus. This is
Can he eat the cake and have his cake and have it too?
after the game.
Yeah, okay.
This is football. This game doesn't stop. We're still playing here, and this game is freaking bonkers, man.
I mean, the fact that Dembele hit the post right before that goal says everything that you need to know.
Careful here, Mbappe inside the box off of the cross by Barcola on the edge. Fabian, the block and the
Ole!
theft of ball by Ferran Torres.
Ooh, goal.
And now Barca with Joao Felix just calm things down and keep
Nicely
possession.
done.
Here's Joao out wide, Cancelo. Two Joaos combining on the left, and Barca keeping the ball. Kubarsi back to Ter Stegen, a bit of a risky pass, but Ter Stegen's going to play it long into PSG territory, guys. Woo!
We got to do this again on Tuesday.
Look at that. We're filling the whole graphic with goals.
We got to do this
Basically.
again on Tuesday.
This was the team that were winning 1-0 last season.
Oh, God.
Every single game.
Yeah. Good. Well, at least your 2-2 isn't right.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that. We're free again.
For once, I'm happy not to be right.
Now here's Koundé. Koundé into the middle. Lewandowski, a bit
heavy
too long,
touch.
that touch by Robert Lewandowski, but can he win it back? No. Long ball. Too long for Ousmane Dembélé.
It's
I
fine.
need to send a question in to our editor, Pep Molero. Right, question sent.
One more, no?
10 minutes remaining, guys.
One more?
I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, one more, of course. Who by? Ferran Torres, I say.
Ole.
Although it would be a good reward for Lewandowski to score as well. After,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he's done his role well, and I think
it's
now
not been a shining role.
Yeah.
No,
no,
today.
definitely not.
It's been
But
so
he's done
important
it
today. He's won, I'd say, I haven't looked at this,
we
but
had the numbers.
90% of his
It
aerial
was-
duels.
It was what 4 out of 5 ground duels, 3 out of 4.
That was at
aerial
halftime.
duels. That was at half
yeah.
time, and that's been key.
Oh, look at the pass back. Kubarsi to Joao Felix. Joao Felix driving into the middle. Joao Felix into the middle. Too long. He just held on to the ball
He's
for
now
a little bit too long.
He's now 5 out of 6 ground duels.
5 out of 6.
He's lost
Aerial?
his second half aerial duels. He's 0-3. I think honestly, you could use somebody just running around like a chicken with their head cut off at this point, like a Victor Roque or something.
Yeah.
Just not to score goals, just to.
Well, you've got
like
one final.
yeah.
I'd say a Fermin maybe.
Fermin is probably the guy.
Fermin,
Yeah.
the energy bunny.
Yeah.
Although, who do you take off? Because I don't think ever in a million years Xavi's taking off Gundogan if he's.
You could take who's up front right now. You've got
Lewandowski and
Lewandowski, Joao Felix, and Ferran.
Yeah, both have come on. Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he takes
It's a
off
hard
Gundogan. Or maybe he
'Cause
takes off
that's-
Lewandowski, just keep Varane and João Felix up
And then he
front.
can drop back to
and
a
four in
forward.
midfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Just extra legs in midfield.
Fine with me. Somebody to stick to Mbappe like glue.
Yeah.
8 minutes remaining. Forward ball. PSG on the attack, down the right wing. Cancelo comes in from behind. Barcola. Too long of a pass, but Dembele keeps it alive for PSG. And now here's Mbappe on the edge of the box. Mbappe finds a free.
Oh,
Fabian,
no.
careful here. Fabian, shot blocked.
It's a lot of space.
Yeah. Was that
A
Pedri?
lot of space. Vitinha. Lewandowski making a run at Marquinhos.
Yeah, Lewandowski can empty the tank too. He's not playing against Cardiff. He can't.
Yeah.
True.
Perhaps on purpose.
Barcola. Perhaps, yes.
Maybe.
As we say here, we won't open that melon.
Robert, can you please get off the pitch? Yeah. Just give me a moment, huh? Just 1 second.
Right, Mbappe. PSG, long possession. Barca shifting from side to side as PSG try to find the open space. Much rather Barca have the ball, but you can understand being 3-2 up at PSG right now. The team with a bit more of an urgency. What do you think will be the outcome of this game, guys? Is the question we're asking. Is it going to stay this way? Is it going to be 4-2 to Barca? Is it going to be 3-3 if PSG score? I want it to be a 2. I do want it to be a 2, please. But right now, PSG are the team attacking. Dembele forward. Yes. Straight out.
See if we can get some answers.
Straight out for a goal kick. Vitinha went down inside the Barca box as he was making a run. Well, if there was any foul, it was outside of the box, so nothing will be called.
No.
It was. If there was anything, it was outside of the box.
Mr. S says 2.
No penalty.
Abdur
Nothing.
Rakib says 3-3. Okay, Abdur.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why?
Anthony Cruz 2-4. Someone
Look at
says,
that. We asked for him,
Fermin.
and here he is, Fermin Lopez.
all right, 4.
Fermin comes on. Final substitution that Xavi Hernandez. Oh,
Gundogan. Yeah.
Round of applause.
That was.
Again, on our feet. On our
Yes.
feet. Round of applause for Ilkay Gundogan coming off. And Fermin. Final minutes. Final 5 minutes of this game.
Okay.
And a change on the other side, too.
Yes, Gonzalo Ramos.
And PSG, Luis Enrique have made a move as well. A striker in for a midfielder rather. 4 attacking players right now on for PSG. 4-2-4
Borussia Dortmund got a
in
goal
the
back.
formation.
Yeah, did we not mention that?
Sorry, what?
Dortmund.
They got a goal back.
Oh, Dortmund scored. Sebastian Haller has scored, I'm being told.
I swear, if it's Jadon Sancho.
No, Haller.
You knew.
Haller. Pep Molino just told me.
Almost Pep.
And
I like
Mario
that
Godot.
dude. Pep too, but
Mauri as well.
Haller. No,
Mauri not so much.
I like Mauri.
Are you sure?
Mauri doesn't like me. There's a difference.
Mauri's a good barbecue cook, but so are you. So we'll have to have a competition one day. Careful here, long ball, looking for Mbappe. Well defended by Koundé. Careful here, Barcola inside the box. Barca tried to get rid of this ball. Cancelo can run away with it, but is soon dispossessed. These are going to be the longest. How much is going to be added on? 5 minutes here?
It can't be too much.
No, surely just 1
Longest
minute.
10 minutes. Careful here. Inside the box. Dembele with a shot.
Oh,
or was it a cross?
Wait.
Or was it a cross?
I think that was a shot.
Garcia unable to clear initially. Dembele with his right foot.
He was offside anyway.
He was offside, Mbappe. It was a half cross, half shot by Ousmane Dembele.
That's going to be a
Which
meme
achieved
all over
neither
socials.
purpose.
Mbappe throwing himself like that.
Rafinha's
You tell him,
coaching.
Rafinha.
coaching.
You tell him what to do.
He's
Today,
like, I want my 2 goals to count as a victory, man.
today is the day.
It's 3 minutes remaining. Look at those score lines on the graphic.
Not a single team scoreless in the first leg.
No.
That's Champions League football.
And that's why we missed Champions League quarterfinals as well.
Yeah.
That's why we missed being here as well.
And we can say that we can talk about this after the game too, but we're in the middle of the game right now. We're trying to get this finished.
Foul by Christensen, who will see a yellow card, and I think Christensen is also another one of those who might miss a game. We'll see on the graphic right now as soon as it comes up.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah! So, no Christensen, no Sergio Roberto for the return game.
Not ideal.
That's tough.
So I think, hopefully Pedri continues with this form. You might be able to start Pedri, drop Frankie de Jong into the pivot, have Pedri with Gundogan or Fermin even, depending on how young you want to go. But
look at Fermin finding Jules Koundé. Oh! Hey! That's a foul.
That's yellow as well.
Yellow as well.
For who? For Fermin?
What? Why did they show Fermin a yellow card? No yellow card for Pierre. Oh, yeah. Who was it?
Why
I
did
didn't
Fermin
see.
get yellow though?
Beraldo saw the yellow card for PSG. Okay. It was a clear opportunity on the counter-attack. So Fermin wasn't one of the players who was one yellow card away, right?
No.
Who are the rest? Lewandowski was one, right? No, I can't remember now.
There were a ton of them.
There were quite a few, especially off the
Can you
bench.
check, Pep Molero, the other players who are one yellow card away, please? Yellow cards, who is also... No. Apartehut. I had to say, it was quicker for me to say it.
I know, I get it. I get it.
Look at Fermin battling inside the box. Careful, an opportunity for Barca here, but PSG will manage to clear the ball away.
I just wanted to finish my thought from before, unless Barca come back again on the counter.
Go for it.
The score lines that you're seeing to your left are because we got rid of the away goals rule. Because if you've got the away goals rule, I don't want to hear about how Barca could be better off with the away goals rule now. That has nothing to do with this game. Because if the away goals rule was in effect, PSG would not be conceding 3 goals at home. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Careful here. He's offside. He intervened. Barcola back. And Araujo with his hand raised. Barca clear the ball away. And Pedri into the middle to Joao Felix, who's given the ball away. Careful. Just keep the ball. Joao Felix, Ferran and Ronald Araujo, the other players who are 1 yellow card away from suspension.
So we're
not ideal if you have Araujo.
It's going to be tough in the midfield on Tuesday, that's for sure.
Here's Mbappe. Mbappe with the cross inside. It's blocked. 4 minutes of added time. 4 eternal, long, very long minutes. PSG attacking. Here's Mbappe. Nuno inside. Araujo clears. Mbappe on the edge of the box, closed down. Cubarsí with the clearance.
All right, just a few minutes.
Beraldo will pick it up for PSG. How nervous are you guys? Are you biting your nails? Let us know, live chat. On the edge of my seat here.
Why?
Here is Nuno Mendes solo on the left.
So much space.
The low cross was not good. And Christensen with the clearance. Right. Marquinhos.
I don't like defensively how we've been doing the last few minutes.
We just need to get to what we did at halftime, which is get to full time.
Dembele's on the right again. Fermin with the pressure. Barca trying to sit tight here. Almost defending hand in hand. They run inside, the cross blocked. Christensen's going to chase the ball. Vitinha gets to it first. 2 minutes and a half remaining. Nuno Mendes back to Beraldo. The inside pass up to Ter Stegen. Nada. There was a fall inside the box. No penalty.
No chance.
Not a chance there. Mr. Ramos. Now, Barca playing it long. One back quickly by PSG. Here is Dembélé into the middle. Mbappe with the shot. Wide, and I think it took a deflection. It's a corner kick. Off of Araujo, and those can be so dangerous.
He had so much space to take
Why
a
do we
shot
have
there.
to suffer?
Because we're Barcelona fans.
Corner kick to PSG on the left-hand side. In comes the cross by Dembélé into the hands of Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen goes down to secure the ball.
Hold it for 90 seconds, Marc-Andre.
90 seconds remaining. And 90 seconds separate Barca from running away with a win from the Parc des Princes.
Araujo is a saviour the second half.
Well, and look at this. We might
He's
end with a
onside.
chance here.
Yeah, no,
he's on.
good.
Varane's on. Varane back to Lewandowski. There are Barca players inside the box. Touched a bit too long by Lewandowski. Can Barca hang on to the ball here? Here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres can put the cross inside, a bit too high for anyone to reach. Can Pedri get there first? No. But he manages to just poke the ball away. And that is a PSG throw-in.
Oh, who's there? Come on. Oh,
No, careful here now, Lewandowski. Lewandowski with a chance to hang on to the ball. And Barca can end the
Give it
game
back,
here
give it
in
back.
PSG's half. Go Jules.
if you get one more
Look at Lewandowski.
opportunity, take it, man. Take it.
Lewandowski turns, passes to Christensen.
But I switch it.
Ball fed out wide to Jules Koundé. 20 seconds remaining. 20 seconds remaining, and here's Araujo back to Ter Stegen. Hold on to it, no one's pressuring. Hold on to it, play it long. Long by Ter Stegen. Joao Felix up in the air. The ball headed. And it's the end of the game. Vamos! Yes, yes, yes. Barca win in Paris. Thank you for that, Spencer.
How's your ear, buddy? You all right?
That was intense.
Yes.
That was super
lot.
intense,
It was
guys.
too much. It was good, though.
Hey, but Barca won. Barca have won in Paris
You
in the
can
first
win.
leg of this Champions League quarter-final,
You can
guys.
breathe.
Oh, my goodness, mate.
You can breathe.
We
You
can now
relax.
breathe. There's 90 minutes of football remaining. Oh, we've had a bit of an incident here in our studio. The screen has been knocked over. And right now it's wonky, but we'll solve it in a second. Right, anyway. Incident aside, Barca have won, guys.
Yes.
Fill the live chat with celebration emojis, the one with the horns or whatever. I do this at halftime normally, but I'd say let's thumbs up or thumbs down it, and this is the majorest of thumbs up to win at the Parc des Princes. Just top-notch job from Barca, the way that they
Or should we do a
competed.
Rafinha?
Yeah, also the
Oh,
Rafinha
oh, a little.
surfing Brazilian emoji. Yeah, guys, quick thoughts before we go into the post-game show, which, I mean, you're going to want to stick with us for, because we're going to have all the reactions coming from Paris with Marc Brau, with capturing all the players' reactions, the press conference from Xavi Hernandez. I mean, don't miss the post-game. Stay tuned because we're celebrating a Barca win. Quick thoughts.
Amazing resilience. Scoring the first goal and then out of the second half gates, giving up 2 in quick succession. 4 goals in the second half. This is what the Champions League is all about.
Alex.
Competitiveness, intelligence, maturity. I am so impressed, honestly. For the right reasons. We did that brilliantly.
Right, well, the players right now, the players are on the pitch celebrating with the Barca fans who are in Paris, who are right now leading the chant in Paris and having a whale of a time at the Parc des Princes. Obviously, great from the players to go and thank the fans for their support. And they were heard at the Parc des Princes tonight as Barca take away the 2-3 win. We're going to take 2 minutes to gather our thoughts, to send in our man of the match votes. It's going to be a tough one to pick man of the match today. Start thinking, live chat. Who do you think should be man of the match? And we'll be back coming to you with reactions, with Xavi's press conference, with analysis. Stay tuned. first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. PSG 2, Barça 3. What a result. What a fantastic night of Champions League football that we just experienced. Barça take away the win at the Parc des Princes with 2 goals from Rafinha and 1 from Andreas Christensen. It's all open for the return game, but Spencer Siegel, Alex Ibaceta, you couldn't hope for a better outcome.
I would have liked 4-0, but yeah,
Well,
sure.
yeah,
This was great. No, this was, if nothing else, entertaining for 90 minutes, and we're gonna get another 90 minutes of this, and it'll be just as entertaining. If not, though, it'll be way more nail biting. That was something.
Alex.
Yeah, I mean, giving the players that PSG have, the type of style that they have as well, I think we did amazing. Obviously, going down off so quickly in the start of the second half could have been the recipe for disaster for the rest of the second half, and I'm quite proud of how we picked ourselves up and were able to compete back into the game. But I think, yeah, the reverse fixture is going to be definitely much more tense than this, I think.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to talk about that reverse picture in the fixture in the coming days. But let's focus on tonight's win first. On the ground, we have our pitch reporter, Madral. We weren't able to talk to him through the game. We're exhausted in the studio, Madral. That was quite the game. What are your thoughts?
Good evening, guys. What an incredible night at Paris. I can promise a lot of boys in this connection and during all the post-match here in Barça Live, because it was absolutely incredible to live this complicated atmosphere that we live today in Paris. Today is an historic night, not only for the win, because we know that this is the first leg, but it's the second time that Barça won here in Parc des Princes. The first one was also a quarterfinal game, a first leg game against Paris Saint-Germain in 2015. Do you remember what happened that year? So it's incredible. The atmosphere, the incredible atoms that Barça had. And of course, after the 3-2 win, we are thinking about the good things of tonight's game. But maybe the most optimistic Barça fans can think that Barça could win for a more difference in the final score. What I'm going to say is that all the fans of Paris Saint-Germain was very cold tonight, because after the 2-3, all the fans in the stands said, we cannot, it's incredible what happened in the pitch. But of course, we want to give you some reactions. We are in a good position, as you can see. We are in a place that we are in a good place just to bring you all the reactions in this post-game. But, well, I'm a little bit exhausted too, and I was in the stands. It was incredible, amazing night here in Paris. A brilliant night in Paris for Barça and also for Barça Live. Remember, all the reactions here in Barça 1.
Well, we had lots of reactions after the game against Napoli, and I'm hoping that tonight we're going to get a lot as well in Paris. Madral, we'll come back to you in a little bit and start thinking about your man of the match votes as well. It's a very complicated one tonight because, I mean, it was such a strong team performance.
Yeah, but I have the first one, I have the option at all, but the second and the third one, I have to think about it.
Think about it a little bit, and yeah, we'll come back to you in a little bit. Let us know as soon as you've got the first reactions from the players, and we're going to think about our man of the match as well here in the studio. We'll give our votes a little bit later, but I want to insist, it was just such a choral performance, just such a big group performance. Everyone seemed to have each other's back. There was that moment of, well, PSG scoring 2 goals in 5 minutes, and that is a team reaction. That's a mature team reaction after those first 5 minutes of the second half.
I think this game is a good example of looking at every player out there for Barça and seeing that all of them made at least one mistake today, but they all did something to help pick their teammates up, as you said, and to right that wrong of the mistake shortly thereafter and come up with a winning play of some kind, whether it was Araujo's not game-saving, but goal-saving block after the late flurry, or Rafinha coming back with a brilliant volley for his second goal after missing a couple of early chances. There were so many moments like that where a Barça player held their head down for a second and then got back to it and made a play.
And we're seeing pictures of that game tonight at the Parc des Princes. We saw some happy faces, some celebrating. What a duel there between Xavi and Luis Enrique, Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, Xavi coming out on the victorious side after everything that was said yesterday. I think Luis Enrique's halftime talk had an impact on his team, but Xavi's substitutions also made an impact on the game.
Yeah, no, I think Xavi summed it up in that what we saw in the preview there. It's two identical style of plays with managers with the same mindset that came from the same background, that have the same basically managerial style in every single concept of it all. And obviously that halftime talk, Luis Enrique felt like I did about me saying Rafinha was going to score. He felt smug. He felt satisfied. The way he celebrated, he's like, yes, I did this. This is great. But then the way that kind of Xavi and the team reacted with the substitutions and the way you were able to compete, I think it was great. I think we kind of nullified Mbappe and Dembele, despite Dembele scoring that goal. Yeah. I think we nullified their threat quite well. That was our plan, and we stuck to it.
And let's not kid ourselves here. PSG had their chances as well. Stegen had to intervene. There was that one that hit the crossbar by Barcola. There was the Dembele one that hit the post as well. So PSG could have run away with the win today. It was just one of those games in which you need to be clinical up front, and Barca were just that little bit more clinical.
And everybody who gets interviewed after this game from both sides, when they get interviewed and get asked, how do you feel about the win, or do you feel hard done by the loss if you're PSG, all of them are going to say, that's football.
Yeah.
Because Dembele hits the post.
Yeah.
That's football, man.
And you know what? Even as a PSG player, you can't really, well, as a PSG kind of manager, you can't really be upset with that either, because it is just football at the end of the day.
Well, we have an extra voice joining us for this post-game show. We need it because, I mean, we're exhausted. I imagine he's exhausted as well after calling the game on Barca 1 in the English commentary. You'll be able to find the game on Barca 1 in a couple of days in the archive. Pablo Wolves Blanco, step into the studio, please. Our talisman.
Where do you want me?
Here you go.
Right here.
Sit right here next to me. That was quite the, I mean, what you would expect from a Champions League game if you're a neutral fan.
Crazy game. Brilliant game for the neutral, you'd say. Yeah, I think both sides, that's really dangerous attacking. It was one of those games where every time, you know, either side got the ball, they just looked like they were going to score. They looked so threatening in the final third. And I think from a Barcelona point of view, they got spaces that they probably wouldn't normally get in La Liga. And in against PSG, they left spaces. They looked a little bit vulnerable defensively. And I think Barca took advantage of that. They did really, really well. Looked threatening, like I say, every time they came forward. Scored 3 goals away from home. I know the away goals rule isn't here anymore, but still, to win away from home at the Parc des Princes, you know, is massive in the first leg. And I think Barca probably would have taken a 2-2 draw, 1-0 coming into the game. To win 3-2, that's some result for Barca.
I mentioned this at halftime with Spence and Alex. If you think of where Barca were 3 months ago and how they competed tonight, and managed to not only win at the Parc des Princes, but also turn around a 2-1 deficit. It's a massive change.
It is massive, and I think the first half started well for PSG, but then Barca got a good grasp of it, and at half-time at 1-0, you're thinking, when are Barca going to get the second goal? So then by the 50th minute to be 2-1 down, you know, obviously the warning signs are going to be going off, and those players could have obviously dropped off. But the changes from Xavi, I think, were key. Pedri, of course, what an impact, by the way, and what a player. For me, one of the best midfielders in Europe. And to have him back on the pitch, it was just like a joy to watch him play. What an assist. But the character of the team, you're right, Robert, is absolutely massive. You know, at this stage in the Champions League, that is what you need ultimately. You need players with character. You need to be able to come back in games. And Barca showed that tonight. You know, you can't just have it all easy. PSG were never just going to allow the game to fizzle out at 1-0 or 2-0 for Barca in the second half. And Barca responded brilliantly after going 2-1 down, got the goal with Rafinha, and then to go on and win it, you know, it's just a cherry on the cake.
And of course, I mean, this is in no way over. I mean, it's a one-goal advantage that you've got in this tie, and the PSG are going to come at us next week at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. We'll have time to talk about that. Talking about tonight, guys, I'm not sure what I'm most impressed with, if it's the team's defensive performance, as we said, trying to have everyone's back, there to block shots, there to intercept, there to clear. If it's when the team needed to have the ball, they didn't do what they did in Napoli. which was recover the ball and try to play it up quick to Lewandowski or Rafinha. It was no, let's calm things down. Let's just try and keep possession, give ourselves some breathing room here, or if it's the finishing, because finishing had been an issue as well.
Even when they were down a goal, that was the most important thing, because other versions of this team would have pressed and tried to do too much after going down. But the mentality, as Pablo just said, is key, because if you can get to a point where you trust in your system and in the factory method of getting to the point where you get a shot on target, which, I mean, you can call Rafinha's second goal a shot on target. I just call it brilliance. It was something out of this world, not to mention Pedri's pass.
Well, of course. I mean, it's the finish by Rafinha, but as Pablo said, the impact of Pedri coming on and just providing that extra little bit of quality in that final pass. Also, when Pedri picks up the ball, it feels like everything slows down.
Yes. In the best, it slows down, but it speeds up at the same time, because it was that first half that we were saying we were missing kind of that penetrating pass that would go through the defenders, the deciding pass that was the risky one to take. That Pedri pass, the chances of someone getting on the end of it are quite low when you look at the stats on kind of those kind of risky passes, but it worked out. And that was what we needed to get, the front foot, because we were getting there. We were doing everything right, but it was missing that spark at the end sometimes when we were kind of looking to finish those passes. But that pass was what we needed, and the spark into the midfield was definitely brilliant.
Pedri was one of the 5 substitutes that came on. Andres Christensen was another one, and what a birthday present for him today, turning 28, scoring a goal. The unlikeliest of scorers. Unfortunately, we'll be missing him for the next game because he saw a yellow card, which will keep him out. But yet again, to have that option to bring him on tonight, with De Jong coming back from injury, Christensen helping Barca be solid in that midfield.
Yeah, and I think the bench is key as well. I mean, when you've got Pedri coming up from injury, Christensen, De Jong that we had tonight, of course that's going to be a big boost. And it was tonight, the players that Xavi's brought on, João Felix, you throw him in there as well, Ferran Torres. That's massive. That is going to be massive. All teams need a deep squad, especially at this stage in the Champions League. But Christensen, I mean, I think when we saw him come off the bench, in the latter stages with Ferran Torres there, you would have thought, if anything, it would have been Ferran to score the winner, but Christensen popping up there. Doesn't score many goals, brought on really to be solid, I think, in front of that back four, as he is now in that sort of new number 6 position that he's taken up now at Barca. He is going to be a miss in the second leg. For him to get the winner on his birthday too, it's some moment.
How nuts did you go on the commentary? Because it was your debut today as co-commentator. What was that like?
Oh, we tried to keep it professional, and just let Duncan do his commentary.
Duncan brought you back down to earth, I'm sure.
I've got to interrupt, guys, because we're going to Madrid with Pedri.
Yeah, how many days without Pedri in the pitch? Al grado de Pedri. Pedri, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, muy bien.
Todos oscuros. Me parece que teníamos muchas ganas de verte, pero más que tú, vos, ¿no?
Sí, la verdad que sí, tenía muchas ganas de estar dentro del campo, es lo que más me gusta hacer a mí, y bueno, hoy muy contento de la vuelta y de la victoria del equipo.
Rafinha said some words. Pedri, además con incidencia en el partido, ¿no? Con esa asistencia, evidentemente siempre es bonito volver, pero con una victoria además, con una acción tan determinante.
Sí, la verdad que sí, es lo que uno quiere cuando entra desde el banquillo, y bueno, me ha podido salir así. La verdad que Rafa es un tío que no para de picar y siempre lo intento mirar y buscar, y bueno, hoy se ha dado así y ha rematado como Los Ángeles.
¿Cómo se explica este partido, Pedri? Hoy el Barça, por decirlo de alguna manera, se ha hecho mayor en la Champions de nuevo. Tú viviste aquí la última decepción en París en 2021. Me acuerdo que hablaste en los micrófonos y dijiste, esto nos tiene que servir para aprender. ¿Sensación de que hoy el Barça ha crecido y ha vuelto a decir en Europa, aquí estamos?
Sí, está claro que sí, que jugamos unos cuartos de Champions que hacía tiempo que no jugábamos, y bueno, creo que fuimos de tú a competir el partido como lo que somos, que creo que para mí somos uno de los mejores equipos del mundo. En lo personal creo que somos el mejor, y bueno, tenemos que salir cada partido así, a comernos al rival que esté delante, y bueno, todavía quedan 90 minutos.
¿Cómo se explica esa reacción después del 2-1? Porque tal y como había ido el partido, con la gran primera parte que habíais hecho, se ponen ellos 2-1. ¿Ha sido clave saber sufrir en ese momento?
Sí, está claro, es complicado. La Champions hay muchas fases que te obliga a estar así, a estar atrás, a defender. Ellos tienen un gran equipo y un gran entrenador y te obligan, te meten atrás, pero bueno, tienes que saber sufrir y sobre todo pues tenerlas arriba y marcarlas, que es lo que hemos hecho.
Y te hago la última, Pedri. Ahora la vuelta, evidentemente el resultado es muy bueno. En casa, con la afición, hay que ser consciente de que esto no está hecho.
Exacto, hay que ser conscientes que es el Paris Saint-Germain, que es unos cuartos de Champions, que no lo van a regalar, no nos van a regalar nada y creo que hay que salir igual o más intensos que hoy para esos 90 minutos que poder quedarnos satisfechos y seguro que nos lo llevaremos.
Gracias, Pedri. Enhorabuena.
Gracias.
The words of Pedri, as you can listen in Spanish, I think that the most important thing that Pedri said is in the last answer that Barça has to be ready to affront the second leg with the same mentality that tonight's game. We asked him, of course, about the option that Barça suffered in the second half with the comeback of Paris Saint-Germain with the 2-1 for Paris Saint-Germain. And Pedri said that it's something that the team has learned during all the season. And in relation with the first question that I asked to him, it's like we miss Pedri a lot, more than a month without Pedri in the field. And the first action in the field, in the pitch, was the big assist to Rafinha. Pedri explained the goal, saying that Rafinha is always going well in the space, and he saw him and he put the ball inside the box. It was an incredible goal by Rafinha. So Pedri, as you can see, was very happy, but of course conscious that there's 90 more minutes in Barcelona next week.
Indeed there are, Marc Brau. We'll come back to you when there are more players. Hopefully we'll have more reactions coming from the Parc de France. Marc, and of course we've got the MVP voting, the man of the match voting. Pedri, who had not played for Barça since the 3rd of March against Athletic Club, came on first action of the game. That beautiful pass filtered through to Rafinha, and Pedri, saying he regards Barca as one of the best clubs in the world. Of course, he has to say that. But today, one of the most important things, we have this expression in Spanish which says, competir de tú a tú. Compete as equals. And maybe over the last couple of seasons, we've seen Barca not be able to do that in Europe. Tonight was a display of competir de tú a tú, being equals to one of the greatest teams in Europe.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you're going to get in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And Barca haven't been able to stand up to that level maybe in the last few years. Tonight they did, and away from home too. I think people come into the game.
I've got to interrupt again because Marc Brau is with our head coach Xavi Hernandez.
Yeah, we are, after every game, we talk with Xavi Hernandez, but especially tonight we want to speak with him. Xavi, què tal? Bona nit, com estàs?
Molt content, gràcies, bona nit.
Molt content, però suposo que conscient que això no està fet, no?
No, està clar, està clar. De fet, ara ho parlàvem, no?, amb l'estaf, amb els jugadors, que estem a la meitat del camí. Crec que hem fet una victòria importantíssima, hem d'estar orgullosos de com hem competit, com hem defensat, com hem atacat. Hem entès molt bé que tothom havia de treballar per l'equip davant un dels millors equips del món, perquè t'ataquen per fora, per dins, t'acumulen gent al quadrat, a la base, no perden pilotes, són un equipàs. Per tant, crec que és una gran victòria, moment de sentir-nos orgullosos, de dir que el Barça està viu, però queda un món a Barcelona, per tant, petit avantatge, però és una victòria que encara genera més il·lusió al barcelonisme, no?
Què és el que et posa més content? La posada en escena de l'equip i la primera part que heu fet? O com, sobretot, al cap segurament tot el que ha passat els últims anys, l'equip ha estat capaç de refer-se aquests 2 minuts dolent i heu estat capaços de capgirar el marcador en un lloc a París on només s'havia guanyat una vegada a la història?
Les dues coses que estàs dient són molt positives, no? El remuntar un marcador en contra, que normalment ens veníem avall en els últims anys, el fet de mostrar personalitat, la primera part crec que és molt bona, és excel·lent, davant d'un equip que t'apreta, 90 minuts, és molt difícil sortir de la pressió alta que et generen, no? Bé, molt orgullós de com ha treballat l'equip, sí que és veritat que hem d'ajustar moltes coses, no ens pot passar allò dels 10 primers minuts de la segona part, no? Hem concedit massa i hem estat poc agressius i ens hem de donar compte que si no defensem bé, doncs el Champions es pateix.
Rafinha ha marcat els seus 2 primers gols a la Champions, mai a la vida havia marcat en aquesta competició. Ha triat un bon dia i m'imagino que pel que sempre dius sobre ell, que és un exemple, que durant molta part de la temporada o ha estat lesionat o no ha tingut tants minuts com ell pensava i avui fa aquest partit, què em vols dir d'ell?
Bé, de Rafa, que emociona, és una persona que emociona, no té un cor gegant, crec que s'ho ha guanyat ell a base de treball, juga per la dreta, per l'esquerra, no es queixa, crec que és un futbolista determinant per nosaltres, com pressiona, com treballa. Bé, ha acabat esgotat, doncs enhorabona a tot l'equip especialment, però Rafa ha fet un dels millors partits des que és jugador del Barça.
And I go with the last question in English, Xavi. What has to be the message for the team and also for the fans for the next game, next Tuesday, only 5 days to prepare the game against Paris Saint-Germain? Of course, we won tonight, but what has to be the message, both for the team and also for the fans?
I think it's a moment to be proud, of course, but calm, because we are in the halfway. Of course, it's a big win in Champions League away against one of the best teams in Europe, in my opinion, right now. But we need to be calm because it's missing one game, very important game, to qualify to semi-final. But it's the moment to be proud, of course.
Thank you, Xavi. Gracias.
Gracias.
The words of Xavi Hernandez, the message for the fans and also for the team here in the microphones of Barça 1. In Catalan, he explained that it was an incredible night and he's so proud, the same words that he said in English, the way that the team has come back, the comeback in the second half. But he said, of course, that it cannot happen, the 2 minutes that Barça suffered with the 2 goals of Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, he's so proud the way that the team showed a great first half, and maybe that 1-0 in the first half was too a small difference in the score for the achievement of the team in the first part of the game. And for finishing, in the first question, he said that nothing is done. Nothing is done. The team has to keep working on, and of course, next Tuesday we need the fans in Lluís Companys to go to semi-finals after 5 years.
It is in no way over. Marc, should we do man of the match now while you're waiting for more reactions?
Yeah, we can go. We can go. We are waiting for more reactions, but yeah, okay. I hope we can talk. I hope we can talk for me with the man of the match. That has to be Rafinha. Of course, he's the man of the match for the game, for the UEFA. He received this achievement. We explained to Xavi the 2 first goals of Rafinha in his life, in all his life in Champions League, has to be for him the 3 points. 2 points for me. For Robert Lewandowski, he's not scoring tonight, but he made an incredible play in the first goal, receiving a big pass from Pau Cubarsí and then spreading the ball for Lamine Yamal to the right. And I think he fought a lot of balls in the air. Incredible performance, of course, by Robert Lewandowski. And I give 1 point to Pau Cubarsí. Sometimes I give a lot of points to him, but in the first goal, if you take a look for the action, everything began with an incredible pass for Pau Cubarsí, passing 2 lines of the pressure of Paris Saint-Germain, and he made an incredible performance. It's the first game in Champions League away for Pau Cubarsí. Don't go, Robert, because I think that we have somebody important in tonight's game. Can you guess? Also, the fans in Barça 1 can guess who we'll talk about. Somebody with the trophy. Rafinha, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
A ver, mira, todos los aficionados del Barça están viendo este trofeo. A ver, enséñanoslo. Nunca habías marcado en la Champions, Rafinha. No habías jugado antes en tu carrera, llegas al Barça. No está mal, ¿no?, el día para marcar tus primeros goles en la Champions.
Bueno, como lo sabes, yo estaba buscando este primer gol hacía tiempo ya. Al final me salieron 2, me salió el primero y el segundo. Un partido importantísimo como este, un cuarto de final de Champions contra un equipo, para mí, uno de los mejores del mundo. Y bueno, marcar 2 goles y ayudar al equipo a salir con la victoria, para mí, una noche especial, una noche que guardaré siempre en mi memoria. Y bueno, pero lo más importante es que el equipo estuvo muy bien en el campo, ofensivamente y defensivamente. Supimos sufrir, supimos estar con balón y bueno, logramos hacer un buen partido para una primera vuelta de Champions.
¿Cuál ha sido el secreto, Rafa, para saber sobrevivir en esa segunda parte? Evidentemente tú no habías vivido muchas de las decepciones europeas, el año pasado sí, pero sensación de que el equipo ha sabido crecer mucho. No sé, también todo lo que ha pasado durante la temporada, incluso también a ti, con las lesiones, con seguramente partidos donde esperabas jugar más. ¿Cómo habéis sido capaces de sacar esas fuerzas?
Bueno, creo que después del partido de Villarreal nosotros internamente en el vestuario nos reunimos y bueno, hablamos que teníamos que mejorar muchísimo. Sabíamos que teníamos que buscar una mejora bastante grande y si queríamos pelear por algo y al final logramos hacer. El equipo, bueno, ya estaba trabajando bien, pero hemos mejorado muchísimo y bueno, al final después de este partido volvimos a estar bien en la Liga, volvimos a estar bien en la Champions y bueno, creo que este cambio de chip nos ayudó muchísimo a llegar como estamos con una confianza por arriba, pero no podemos dar nada como vencido. Sabemos que estamos bien, pero sabemos que aún nos falta muchísimo, entonces seguiremos dando nuestro mejor y peleamos por todo lo que podemos.
Gracias, Rafa. Uno más, ¿el partido de tu vida de momento o está por llegar?
Está por llegar.
Gracias, Rafa. The last question I said was the best game of your life. Well, it has to come. And he said it has to come. Good mentality for Rafinha. Big explanations for Rafinha in Spanish. He explained that after the defeat against Villarreal, remember the last defeat of the team, with today there's 12 games in a row without losing, 9 wins, 3 defeats. Rafinha said that all the team were reunited in the locker room, and they said that they have to keep going, they have to increase the way of playing, they have to increase the power defensively of the team, has to improve more. And Rafinha said that the team has done it for the moment, in the first part of the interview, Rafinha said that the most important there are not the goals. He was searching a lot of times in the first option to score goals, and he said, I was working a lot to a night like today, but of course in the same line that Pedri and Xavi, that nothing has done, that everything has to come.
Definitely nothing is done, but it was nice to see him smile. Marbrau, let us know if you have more reactions. We're going to keep going with man of the match votes. I think it's going to be unanimous here in the studios. Alex, I'm going to you first. Is it the man we just saw responding to Marbrau?
He is my man. That is my player. Obviously, the last time as well. Rafinha is, an undeniable, amazing, unique player. I think what he gives to the team, how he plays, his style of play. I think is quite a unique player. Obviously, the second one, Ronald Araujo, had a big game with big tackles in very crucial moments. Probably just as important as scoring goals. That defensive work was outstanding. And again, that leadership that he brings, the confidence, especially when you have such a young player like Pau Cubarsí next to you. You instill that confidence into a young player, and Cubarsí will step up to that same confidence level as Araujo. And then I think Koundé did his job with Mbappe today in covering that entire wing space. That without that man-to-man marking, without the spatial awareness that he had throughout the entire match, I think that was crucial.
Spence.
It's pretty obvious who the man of the match is in this game.
I think we can skip the first one.
We can usually skip over 3. And it's all the second goal, because he had chances and then he scored the first goal, and of the 3 chances that he had, he probably should have put 2 of them away. We'll give him 1, and then he made up for it with just a worldie after that. Now, as you just heard Alex say, you could go with Christensen for scoring the goal if you wanted to, but that block from Araujo in the second half saved a goal, and for me, along with several other plays that he made, that for me, he gets 2 points. And then after that, for me, it was between Cubarsí and Pedri, because Pedri came on, made a huge impact, obviously had the assist on the second goal, but I go Cubarsí with 1.
Right, I can see that Xavi Hernandez is in the press room, so I think we're going to have to go to the press room to listen to what our head coach Xavi Hernandez has to say. Are we all right for press conference? Right, let's go.
L'equip ha sabut jugar tots els moments del partit quan tocaven. Un partit amb moltes alternatives. Et volia demanar...
Senator, I want to ask you about the balance in between being attacking. Barca were attacking very well in space today.
Es precipitava l'equip o que no trobava... Tens la sensació que heu barrejat...
And the other side of things, do you think that Lewandowski maybe was doubling up the amount of opportunities he had in the Champions League this season. Was this what you wanted? I think that all worked out a lot. I'd highlight the attacking side. We wanted to match Paris Saint-Germain's work on the wings with Cubarsí as well, matching the attackers. Marquinhos and Dembélé gave us some problems, and we dealt with them. It was all about the individual duels as well. We held up the ball well. There was a one-on-one with Lamine Yamal, who maybe had some of the best chances in the game.
Hem trobat moltes vegades, no? Ho hem entès molt bé, no? Els del mig del camp també havien de recolzar o de donar apoyo en el moment just.
In the midfield, also Robert Lewandowski needed to drop back and help out a little bit. The game matured a lot.
Crec que l'equip fa un gran partit, no?
I think we had a great game, both attacking-wise and defensive-wise as well.
De l'equip de com ha competit.
Congratulations for the team for how they competed.
Hola, Xavi, Marta Ramon, en directe al Barça juga a RAC1. Enhorabona per la victòria. Et fa la sensació... Bé, veníem de...
Do you get the feeling about what you said ahead of the game, that Paris Saint-Germain were the favourites in this game? Do you think after the game, what do you think?
A les semifinals, i què és el que et fa sentir més orgullós del que...
And also, what makes you most proud of the team today?
Segueix sent favorit al París. El París també ha fet un gran partit, no?
Paris Saint-Germain also had a great game today.
Perquè defensivament tothom ha entès que havia de ser molt solidari, hem tallat...
We all understood that we had to be very organised defensively.
La defensiva ha estat molt bé, molt alta.
The defensive line was very good, playing very high. They played very well, pressing Gundogan and Lewandowski in the first half. I'm really proud of the team. I'm really proud because I think it's about time that Barca fans could feel really proud. And we're up against one of the best sides in the world. They press against you. They've got variations outside and inside. It's really difficult to defend against them, but we did a really good job today. But we're only halfway along the journey, so it's going to be really difficult in Barcelona next week.
Buenas noches, mister. Enhorabuena por la victoria. El equipo tuvo una primera parte muy buena que mereció
el
mejor resultado. Luego hay un momento en el que
good game. But we were a little bit worried when the reaction came from Paris Saint-Germain at the start of the second half. But does that show a maturity from you? Have you grown in the Champions League? How you responded? The players believe in themselves. We think that we've got this opportunity, and playing like this shows our possibilities of going through to the semi-finals. But there's nothing done yet. We should feel proud of ourselves. We're very proud with the work from the team and how we understood what we needed to do. But it's going to be really difficult in Barcelona. It's a great game from the team today. It's a good way to say that Barcelona is still alive.
Xavi, què tal? Bona nit. Enhorabona per la victòria d'avui. Raúl Fuentes, en directe en Radio Marca. Siguiendo con esta línea...
Continuing with the same line of questioning, when it was 2-1, what kind of impact did the changes have when you brought on Pedri, who set up the goal with his first touch, and Christensen, who also did likewise?
¿Qué ha producido este impacto?
What produced this impact with the changes? We've spoken about these kinds of changes. With Pedri, we've spoken about how he'd probably play half an hour after his injury. He was extraordinary today. He's got a lot of pause in his play, and he's a lot of calm, and he sees everything. He sees every pass. He played an extraordinary pass, and it was really good for us to get the equaliser. But in order to completely mature, we need to understand that we need to start off better in the second half. We can't, especially in the Champions League, against a team of this quality, you won't get let off for that. But we came back from a scoreline that was looking difficult, so I'm really proud of the team.
Lluís Flaquer, aquí, en directo para El Larguero y para Moguls de Ser Catalunya. Hablas mucho del orgullo que tiene que sentir.
You talk a lot about how proud Barca fans should feel. How proud do you feel about this move in Europe?
El buen partido, la victoria, y qué expectativas.
And what expectations do you instill in the team for the next game? I'm just another Barcelona fan as well, so I'm happy and also aware that this is not quite finished yet. We're halfway through this film. and this is a big victory, important victory away from home. I don't know how long that hadn't happened, but it's time to be proud. But this isn't over. We've got a really difficult game coming up on Tuesday in Barcelona.
Buenas noches. Directo para el partidazo de la cadena COPE. Enhorabuena.
Gracias.
De rematar en Montjuic. Ahora sí te tientan, estás más cerca de decir que sí.
Do you think you're closer to changing your opinion on leaving at the end of the season?
No, momento de disfrutar.
No, it's a moment to be to enjoy and to keep working hard. On Tuesday we've got a really crucial game. Before that, on Saturday we've got a game against Cadiz. No, my opinion doesn't change at all. Absolutely not.
Hola, Ivan Serraduri del Dirisport. Bueno, més enllà del que passi dimarts...
Besides what happens on Tuesday, there's some European ghosts, like the game against PSG, against Liverpool as well.
Al Parc dels Prínceps? Doncs tant de bo s'hagin enterrat perquè venim d'anys molt difícils.
We come off some really difficult years for Barca in the Champions League, and I think this shows that Barca are alive. We competed against a tough team, a team who are one of the favourites to win this competition. We showed our personality, our talent. There's a lot of stuff today that we showed that Barca fans can be proud of.
Per la victòria en el de relevo. Jo te quería preguntar si, al margen del resultado, que evidentemente...
Besides the result, which is obviously good, are you most proud of the ability to react from the team after the way it was 2-1 really quickly in the second half? You reacted really well. Is that what makes you most proud? Yes, it's one of the things I was most happy with, is how we showed personality amidst difficulty in this tough competition, which we struggled in recent years. Above all, we showed personality. This Paris Saint-Germain side, it's really difficult to dominate them. We did that at times, especially in the first half. It's tough, but we did it well. All the players today did an extraordinary job, and that's what I feel most proud of.
Hola, què tal, Xavi? Bona nit. Joel Gaudià per la porteria de BTV. Felicitats per la victòria. L'equip, creus que es troba en el punt de maduresa?
Do you think the team have found that maturity in their play and mentally as well? Since you've taken over of the team? We've got the game against Betis, which it happened a little bit differently, and we've got the game against Cadiz coming up that we need to show we've grown, and the game against Paris Saint-Germain, of course, next Tuesday. Nothing really changes, but I'm really happy with how we did today.
De Radio Nacional de España. Bona nit, Xavi. Felicitats per la victòria. Mucho hemos hablado de, por ejemplo, que...
We've spoken a lot about the fact that today you played with some young players like Lamine and Kubarsi, who showed up again today. But how important in the change of the team, not just today, but throughout these last few months in this run you're on, players who've given who've taken a step forward in the last few months, how important has their impact been? Players like Lewandowski and Koundé. It's been really important. I think that players have all taken a step forward, a big step forward. They're performing at a brilliant level, most of them. Above all, I'd highlight the group. I said before, we need to be more of a team than ever. I said that in the team talk about our teamwork, and I think that a team did a great collective job, an immense collective job. We should be proud of ourselves today. I'm really proud of the team.
Hola, Xavi, bona nit. Jordi Blanco, ESPN, felicitats per la victòria també. Ayer decía, usted reconocía ayer que...
You acknowledged yesterday that you've got 10 days in which the whole season's at stake, and that this game was maybe the most difficult.
Siente que dos cosas, que el equipo está preparado.
Do you feel that the team are prepared to get through all of this? And is this the happiest night you've been with a game in the Champions League? Yes, I think so, in the Champions League. I haven't really had the opportunity to have many Champions League nights. But obviously as a player I have, but as a coach, not really in this stage here. Hopefully Tuesday's even better, but we're only halfway through the journey now. There's just one goal in it. That's very little in football, so we need to keep going. But it's a great victory for what it means in this competition.
Què tal, Xavi? Moltes felicitats per la victòria. Carlos Monfort en directe pel Twitch de Gigantes. Gran partit de la defensa, especialment de Cubarsí.
A great game by the defenders today, especially Cubarsí. Do you think it's becoming normalised now that a kid like him is playing so well? He's at an extraordinary level. He's 17 years old. And we're running out of words to praise him. He does everything well. He wins duels. He's difficult to get around because he's always well positioned. He's like a player who's a lot older. One of the things that I feel most proud of is that these players have been stepping up.
Coach, bonsoir. J'imagine que vous êtes... Est-ce que ce score ne peut pas vous pousser à calculer et essayer de gérer le score? Merci.
No crec que canvi la dinàmica.
I don't think the dynamic changes at all after this game. I think Luis Enrique, I know very well, has not gifted us anything.
T'igualarà l'home a home. Estem davant d'un rival molt difícil.
We're up against a really tough side. You have to win individual duels. We won a lot of those today. And on Tuesday, it has to be exactly the same or better because they can hurt you in many ways. They can attack inside and out, and they're a really good side.
Bonsoir Xavi.
Bonsoir.
Comme évoqué précédemment, les changements ont fait la différence, notamment en seconde période. Est-ce qu'on peut dire que vous avez remporté le combat tactique face à Luis Enrique ce soir? Merci.
Sí, això és el que també em fa sentir molt orgullós, no? Penso que...
It makes us really proud. I think everybody's ready to come on, whether that be for 15, 5, 10 minutes. Varane came on and did really well. Firmino, even though it was only 5 minutes from him. Andreas scored the goal and made a difference. That also makes us really happy. The change worked, and they definitely did.
Hola Xavi, Laia Cervello de Atlètic. Enhorabona per la victòria. Jo volia preguntar-te per Rafinha.
I want to ask you about Rafinha. Besides today's game, what's your opinion of his attitude that he's shown? He's maybe not had so much involvement when he was with Dembélé, but this season he's really broken through. How do you evaluate his attitude?
Per mi el Rafa és un jugador diferent.
For me, he's a different player, and he's a difference maker as well. He's got a lot of potential. He's one of the best players in the world when it comes to attacking space. He can bring the ball up well. He finishes off moves well. He's a player who gives a lot of dynamism. He's got a lot of virtues. Above all, his teamwork. He always works for the best, for the good of the team. And he's a player who can make a difference individually as well. I'm really happy with him.
Bonsoir coach, Arthur Perrault, RMC. Est-ce que vous avez été surpris par la prestation compliquée ce soir de Kylian Mbappé du côté du Paris Saint-Germain? Merci.
Crec que hem frenat molt bé el Paris Saint-Germain.
I think we stopped Paris Saint-Germain very well. You got Mbappé there. We did a lot of good covering on him. Both Araujo and Koundé were very alert to the moves into space which Mbappé makes. I think that made a big difference today for the team as well.
Bonsoir coach, Stéphane Bianchi du Parisien. Vous disiez avant le match aller que Paris était favori. Comme Paris a un coach qui connaît les secrets de la remontada, est-il favori pour le match retour?
Sí, per mi no canvia, no varia.
For me, nothing changed. We enjoyed the game. It's a really good game, but I think that Paris Saint-Germain shall have a big chance on Tuesday. They've got some difference-making players, a great side, they've got a great coach. Nothing changes in that respect. What does change is that we have a little point in our favour, which is the goal, and we'll be playing in front of our fans as well, which I hope that it's going to be a real cauldron there.
Right, the press conference over, and I think we're not going to get any more reactions from the players. Mário Brau, at least you've seen some happy faces heading to the Barça, I guess.
Yeah, some happy faces. I think it was enough to listen to Rafinha, to Pedri and to Xavi here exclusively in Barça 1. It was a time, I don't know if you remember it, that Pedri passed behind Rafinha and he said something in the ears. What Pedri said was MVP. With the voice, MVP was the voice of Pedri saying this to Rafinha. So incredible night, incredible performance. So every team was very happy, but of course very confident, but conscious that the next week it has to be the next game. Remember that the team is will fly to Barcelona tonight, and we have to focus on the next game. Will be next Saturday against Cádiz, and for the second leg, it's a pity, but Sergio Roberto and Christensen will not play due to the yellow card that they got today. So from Paris, with love, Robert, Alex and Spence, I bring to Barcelona a victory. Bye-bye.
Wow. Yes, Mário Brau, thank you very much for that victory. Safe travels back, get some rest and charge your batteries because we've got more coming. Cádiz, PSG, Madrid. Brau, safe travels back.
I will do. Goodbye, bye. Goodbye.
Bye. Right, we're nearly done here, but we got interrupted halfway through man of the match votes. Very quickly, Pablo Wolves, what are your votes?
I've gone for Rafinha as my main man again. I think he gives so much to Barcelona. I mean, you mentioned, Alex, how much of a difference maker he is. I do think he is. He's a differential sort of player for Barca, and every game gives his all. I think that's crucial, especially with Gavi's injury this season. And I'm going to go for him again because I thought he was superb tonight. Sets the tone for Barca, I think, in some of these games. I've put Pedri in my second slot there because I think in this sort of game, to make that difference off the bench, when you've just come up from injury, for me, only the best players in the world can do that. And I've put him in there. I just think he dictated the tempo, the way he manipulates the ball, just gives a calmness to Barcelona's game that no other player does, and we've missed him massively this season, and when he's been injured, it's a big miss for Barca, make no mistake about that. So I think Pedri, I've gone for my second one, and I've also gone for Araujo. I know a lot of you guys have put Araujo in there too. Koundé was close. I think both of them did a really good job of dealing with PSG's left-hand side, who of course had Mbappe going through it. I'm going to go for Araujo. I think you look in the second half, the recovery challenge he made on Bradley Barcola in the second period. So just for moments like that are so important in this sort of game, I've gone for Araujo.
Okay, Pablo's votes there, and mine. I have gone for, of course, Rafinha as the man of the match. 3 points for him, unanimous man of the match here on Barca Live. 2 points for Jules Koundé. I think he did a massive job on Kylian Mbappe tonight, staying on him, intercepting, blocking, just a constant presence in the life of Kylian Mbappe in this game. And Pau Cubarsí, 17 years of age, just, I mean, looking like a 28-year-old at the centre of defence, alongside Ronald Araujo as well. There's just a lot of players that you could mention. Lewandowski as well did a great job. Ronald Araujo, the midfielders. Just a great team performance tonight in this 3-2 victory in Paris. And there's more to come next Tuesday, the return game at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. And we will be there on Barca Live half an hour before the game and reacting hopefully to another Barca win. In between, you've got the Cádiz game on Saturday. Don't forget. Alex Ibaceta, Spencer Siegel, Pablo Wolves Blanco. It was a great night of Champions League football. Ooh. Recharge your batteries because there's more coming.
Oh, I'll try.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. A victory for Barca, but it's not all done yet in this Champions League time. Next week we're back with Barca PSG. For now, Visca el Barça, and get some rest everyone.